All right.
We're back.
Here we are. Yeah, we're back, babe. We're back.
Boo.
Boo, I know. We had to stop playing Minecraft. Oh, boo. I know. Even though it's still running on your computer right now. Boo.
It's not.
It's walking.
Okay.
God.
Yeah. Welcome back. How you guys been?
Good.
Good.
Loving this anime.
Loving this anime?
Yeah, even though it's my probably 50th time watching it.
Oh, okay.
Why in the world would you decide to stop it right now at this episode? Why, Chris? Why?
You'll see.
Why?
You'll see.
Just let me finish watching.
It's all part of the plan. What do you think of it so far, Jessi?
Well, I must know. When is Bro coming back?
He doesn't. I'm sorry to say, he doesn't.
Chris.
Bro doesn't come back. His dad doesn't come back.
I'm going to cry if he doesn't come back.
You already cried. It's fine.
All right. Well, your guys' banter is amazing. I love it.
I'm rolling my eyes at you, Chris.
Thank you.
All right. Well, yeah. Welcome back to PBNA, whatever that stands for. Chris, what does it stand for today?
Please bend and assume. The
Now
position.
is assume?
Yeah.
Oh, that's the same as last week or the week before.
Oh, then it's payback anyone.
Payback and anyone?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. Yeah. This is, PBNA, an anime podcast. We are currently on our third part of Gurren Lagann.
Indeed.
Which Chris chose. So what happened this time?
Well, you guys just finished it, right?
Yeah.
Yes, a couple hours ago.
Well, I watched it. Noise wasn't paying attention. He was getting mad at Minecraft.
Yeah, but also, to be honest, it's getting kind of old. The formula is kind of the same thing.
For Gurren Lagann?
Yes.
Yeah.
Can't do it. Suddenly can do it because spirits win. Cliffhanger next episode.
Fair enough. Okay.
But yeah, I think we said last week that it got spoiled for us because of the it wasn't like a recap video or episode. It was like, well, I guess, yeah, it was a recap episode / some art, behind the scenes kind of art stuff.
Yeah.
And it managed to say 7 years from now or whatever, 7 years later.
Yeah.
And we're like, fuck, like, why did it say that?
Mm-hmm. I didn't remember it saying that. Otherwise, I would have told you not to watch that episode.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So, yeah, that got spoiled for us. But yeah, so the first episode was basically, I don't know how I look at Simone anymore.
Okay.
Because it seems like he was only interested in Nia because she was a moron.
No.
Do you remember when he was like he proposed to her, whatever, and she's like, I don't know what this means, and talk to the friends, and they're like, oh, that means you say yes or whatever.
Yeah.
When she turned into her true self, Simone was upset. That's like, this isn't who you are. You're not this articulate person who blah blah blah. You're quiet and shy and this and blah. And it's just like, so that's what you like about her, like that she says she's not independent and has her own thoughts or anything like that. Like, I get that she has now awakened as the enemy, basically, right?
Yeah.
But
basically,
I kind of lost respect for him on that one.
Intel device for the enemy.
I didn't get that at all. Like, that's not what I took away from it.
Well, just the way he worded it, but also German. Yes, you did spoil that Nia was a spy.
No, I didn't.
Yep.
Actually, I forgot.
When I was editing the
episode, I fucking forgot about that.
When I was editing the episode,
no,
and we were talking about pause. We were talking about pause.
Yeah.
And then something about like, how do you know she's not a spy? Blah blah this and that. You let it slip.
No. Okay.
What do you mean, Nia?
No.
Yeah, Nia's a spy or something like that.
No. I didn't.
When you listen back to the podcasts, you can argue with me,
bro. Can I argue what I meant and what I'm trying to say right now?
No, for sure.
Can I just move on? No.
You can defend yourself.
So when I said I didn't remember, I'm not saying I didn't remember saying that. I didn't remember that she fucking turned. I've said it multiple times. I remember how it ends. I remember what happens, like big plot points, but I don't remember everything. I did not remember that she awakens her true self. I only brought up the pause because it's our main podcast is Metal Gear. And I was like, I'm getting pause vibes from her. I'm like, are you getting pause vibes from her? it wasn't in any way to be like, she's a spy. So I wonder if Kriss was like, German, shut the fuck up. Because I didn't remember that this would happen. I was like, when all of a sudden I was like, oh shit. I'm like, I don't remember none of this. Like, oh shit, that's kind of cool.
It's pretty funny though, because it really does mirror Paz, right?
Yeah.
This very innocent, cutesy person, but behind the scenes, she's really
she wasn't really a spy. It's just she was just awakened or whatever, reclaimed or whatever you want to say. Like,
yeah.
Like she wasn't there with Malin. Yeah. The personality 100% is a Paz comparison.
By the way, guys, we're talking about Paz from Metal Gear Peace Walker.
If you,
for those who don't know,
or don't even listen to this, But before I started this session, I was going back and I was like, what happens to Viral? I'm like, I'm trying to recall really, really hard what happens to him. I remembered about the time skip. I was like, oh, Kriss, you asked, what you guys think something big will happen? I'm like, I know what it is. It's a time skip. I remember it. I'm like, I know they get older. So I'm like, that's what happens next. And I was like, cool, I'll keep quiet about that. But then Viral, I was like, I don't remember shit about him. And then like right before I started the episode, I remembered him like being in prison. And I was like, oh yeah, he was like in prison or something like that. So yeah, I still don't know what happens to him. Like going forward, I still don't remember. I actually was surprised that because I forgot that he's fighting like he, he's out there fighting, and so it kind of gives you this impression. I was like, Viral's been just kind of a guerrilla for 7 years, or he's kind of been just a thorn on her side, right? But no, he's actually been trying to help humans get back underground, those who don't want to be on the surface.
Yep,
because it's a very interesting concept. I'm actually really enjoying this anime again, Kriss. Like, rewatching is bringing back a lot of like, oh shit, like not just memories, but like second understandings, of what potentially why you like it, and because what happens is. It's very true. Some people, it's only 7 years, and not everybody, look at our current modern society. Some people, like the Amish and all that shit, they're like, technology, fuck that. I'll stick to my horse and buggy, Like some people don't want to buy a washing machine. Like I'll wash by hand. I've been doing this since I was a kid, Like some people don't want change, even if it's good for them, right? And in this case, being on surface, it's very good for you. But some people are like, dude, we've been living underground. Fucking, I'm going back underground. I know dirt better than I do sky, right?
I've never heard that.
I know dirt better than sky. No, but you know what I'm saying. Like, you feel more comfortable with what you know,
right?
But yeah, like I said, I don't know what happens after this. Noise, you got it right. We got a Majora's Mask situation. That was kind of cool.
Yeah, you know what it made me think of? What you were just talking about. It made me think of Cypher from The Matrix. Right, how he wants to go back into the machine.
Go back, sure.
So that's kind of what it made me think of. Those people who are like, you know what? I don't want to know the truth. I just want to go back to the way I was living.
Yeah, and it's not even so much truth. It's just like be on the surface and have to like pay taxes and fucking work. Dude, I'll just go back to my bunker and fucking,
Some people were happy the way they were.
Yes, they're like, I'm cool for farming mushrooms. I'll live in underground. I don't give a fuck, And it really begs this question because this session pissed me off and in more ways than I would like to admit. Because it was like I can 100% understand Russo. I also don't like what he's doing. Right. I can 100% understand. Yeah, I can 100% understand society. I also don't like what they're doing and saying. It's a very catch-22 kind of concept because Russo's like, Simone says, why are you forcing people to the surface? Because we need to have a census. We need to know how many people we have. And I'm like, true, but you're forcing them. You're becoming. He says you're no different than the Spiral King right now. You're fucking a tyrant. But he's doing it with like a valid purpose, right? So that's what that I hate, and then the whole like, oh, what was that line where he says like, Simone, he goes, you are like chief commander, or whatever the fuck he says, right? He goes, you can't be flying Gurren out there. He goes like that's not your place, and he goes, and if people see it, Gurren Lagann represents a time of war or something like that. That's when people saw it, people knew we were at war. If you bring it out, people will freak out or whatever. He's like, let us handle it. Let the go. And it's like, I get it. Like he is very much correct, but it's also kind of like, did you forget like that? How do you not expect Simone to be like, yeah, I'm gonna go out there and fight? The whole fact that he's like he thought he scrapped all the old logins, or what were they called? Mechas or gunmen. Yeah. He thought he sent them scrap. Like, oh, they're archaic, or we have better shit now. And I was like, bro, you're pissing me off right now because like it almost feels like He forgot everything of where they came from and everything they've battled and suffered, and the fact that, you know, if it wasn't for the gunmen, like they wouldn't have gotten anywhere, right? It's like, okay, I'm not saying maybe like still keep them active, but it's like you couldn't put them in a fucking museum, bro. You couldn't fucking honor them, you know. You have to scrap them. They're shit to me now. I was like, fuck you, bro.
Right.
You know. And then like I said, I'm just kind of going through my emotions real quick in the whole first couple episodes here, and then like when that I forget what they called it, but that new weird
The Mugen.
machine Mugen, yeah, the Mugen showed up, and Simone's like, fuck that. And he charged head first, and obviously, you know, he destroys it, right? And then it breaks up into a bunch of cubes and causes hella damage, right?
Yeah.
And he's like, and what's his name? Russo's like, see, Simone, you charged head straight, you know, headstrong, whatever the phrase is. We didn't, you know, like, first of all, it's like, you knew nothing about this thing. No data on it. There was no data on it. So no one could have known that by destroying it, it turns to smaller bombs, right?
Yeah.
And it's like, and then when the society instantly turned on him, and it was like, you fucking blew up my house. Who's gonna pay me back for my house? And people were just like livid, and they wanted justice and shit. And I was like, that is so fucking true. Like these motherfuckers, and I get them, but it's like, dude, like it's one of those things where it's like, you don't realize that, like, yes, him charging head first and destroying it without thinking caused it to burst into smaller pieces, causing damage and people to die. But also him not stopping it would have, you know, that thing would have killed a lot more fucking people. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of, you know, it's one of those things where it's like the means justifies the ends, kind of. I know it also still isn't like, yeah, fuck it, I can do what I want. But what was the alternative? Stand there, do nothing, and let this thing just keep destroying shit? Like, right. I don't see it. I don't see a world in where Russo would have been like, oh, now this is complete. We need to destroy it, and before all the little fragments fall down on the planet, shoot all the fragments, you know, or, you know, like, I didn't see that happening. It had to happen for them to get data. You know what I'm saying? It really is an unfortunate cost events. Of war or events. Yeah.
Unfortunate events.
Yes, unfortunate events. Yeah. No, it's, you know, again, look at real life. You know, it's like, oh, you know, we're fucking with mustard gas and radiation and shit like that. I'm talking 60s or whatever, you know, and people are like, oh, asbestos. We're like, hey, this stuff is great for insulation. 30 years later, like, oh, this shit kills us.
Oh no!
Unfortunately, yeah, a lot of people died. Right? No one could have predicted that. No one said, you guys released asbestos without ever. You know, it's like, we thought it was good. Sorry,
right.
you know.
Did we string up the guy who invented asbestos?
Yeah. You know, it's just one of those things. Now, there's the difference when, like, let's say a company does know, we know this will kill you, but we're not going to say anything. Just keep releasing it to the public. That's a different story. Yeah, exactly. Right. Well, yeah, that's a whole nother story now there. But the point being is, yeah, I was so mad because I was like, man, I you know, because they were in their little office or whatever, and their meet gather, and they're like, people are complaining about taxes. People are complaining about the sewers backing up, and I was like, God, that is so fucking like, what is it? Realistic?
Arbitrary.
Well, yeah, because I was like, the society was underground 7 fucking years ago. How many underground bunkers was there? I don't know off the top of my head. I don't know if they ever say how many there was, but how many of those were flourishing? Probably not many. You know, probably all of them were very similar to the one Simone came from and Russo came from and all that, you know, like just barely scraping by, right?
Mm-hmm.
And all of a sudden they're bitching about the smallest little things, you know, oh, the trash was late yesterday. And I was like, are you, but I'm also like, yeah, I can fucking see our society doing shit like that, you know?
Our society does do shit like that.
We do that now.
That's what I'm saying. I can see our society, like, saying, you know, doing it, because I'm like, yep, that's exactly what would fucking happen, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, anyways, continue with that, with whatever noise. Yeah, like I said, you got the Majora's Mask. I knew that the moon was like a satellite, and I remembered like the moon like being like the thing that detected the 1 million apes. But I didn't remember it like actually transforming and shit. I was like, oh shit. I was like, oh, okay, that was kind of cool.
I'm pretty sure I called it. I think I said the moon was going to be another gunman or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You did.
And then I also said Viral was going to join the fight.
Yeah.
Which I think happened at the last, right? Episode 22.
The last 2, pretty much. Yeah.
Oh, last 2. Yeah. Yeah. When those things were happening, I'm like, hey, I called it. It just seemed like that's what was going to happen, just especially after that first episode where, you know, he seems to be a good guy. Like you guys said, he's servicing the people who not necessarily want out, but just, you know, want to go back to the way things were. And he's not out to hunt them anymore.
Nope.
It's just like, well, some of these fucking people want back. So I thought that was pretty cool of him. I can't suspend my disbelief on only 7 years going by in a society exploding the way it has.
Well, if you remember, Ron talks about that. Ron.
I do.
Talks about just 7 years ago, we were, just coming up on the surface and learning these basic things. And now, we're sending rocket ships into space and, doing all this kind of stuff. He's like, and he says, is this the power of
spiral energy,
the spiral power that Lord Genome talked about?
Yep. Now, Chris, I know that's what it is, but I also call bullshit. I've been calling bullshit for a while.
It's hard to believe.
I'm also like, you fucking ooga booga motherfuckers. Right. Now you're fucking got goddamn rocket floating cars and shit. Get the fuck in 7 years. Get the fuck out of here. 30, maybe. Right? It's 7 years. Like, all right, whatever, bro.
I get that.
It was almost like the same thing with, for example, Star Wars. From the prequels to the original trilogy, only about, what was it? Like about, how old is fucking Luke Skywalker? About 20 years, right? From Revenge of the Sith to A New Hope.
Wasn't he 19 in?
There you go. So 19, let's say.
Yeah.
Well, I guess 20 years because he was also in, oh no, wait, you're right. Because he was born at the end of it. So yeah, so 19 years where, wealth and prosperity to like dire straits in 19 years and all technology now looks old. Like it's just that's the thing that bothers me the most about the prequels is like, couldn't you have made them also just as grungy as the modern tech? Like, Prometheus did the same thing with Alien. Like, why is the technology in Prometheus way better than the technology in Alien 1?
Yeah.
So yeah, it's I know, what was his name? Forehead Boy said that, or no? Who said that?
Rossiu, yeah.
No, Leron. No, Leron said about the technology.
Right. Explaining the 7 years.
Yeah.
Which okay, I'll let it slide because it's an anime, but it's still hard to like.
No, I get that. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, like I said, it's more of the same. Simone hasn't grown. In fact, he's become more. Who said it? Someone said that he's become Kamina pretty much. Just kind of like guns blazing. Like, who the hell do you think I am? I'm so tired of hearing that. Like every fight or every sentence, like, do the dishes, Simone. Who the hell do you think I am? It's like, it seems like he says it after every time, any interaction he has. But I do like that the scenery has changed, right? It's a whole new world. We're not living out in the desert anymore.
Yeah.
So that is nice. It's a good change of scenery. Strange that now they're using like 3D animation to do these anti-spiral guys. The square blockiness stuff makes me think of when Transformers got lazy and started turning all the Transformers into
nanomachines.
Yeah, nanomachine particles effects. I was like, what the heck? Like, what are you guys doing? But I mean, in an anime, why not? Who gives a crap?
Yeah.
But that was very devastating when you first see it die, and then it's just cluster bombs on the society, and it was just like, oh, like this is bad news. Like this sucks. and I, it is kind of predictable. Like, of course they're gonna turn on Simone. Like he goes head first. Shoots first, asks questions later. So yeah, I do like the politicalness of it. I kind of want more of that and less Simone doing the thing that he does. I mean, even Yoko, when she came back, she's like, oh yeah, that's just what he does. He fucking at the very last minute he manages to pull through. Like, okay, thanks for saying what the audience is saying.
Yeah.
And to be honest, the Yoko thing was a surprise because I at the first episode I was like, where is she? And then when they show her at the school, because I like Jessi said, I was like half paying attention, and she like shows up and Jessi like was like, oh, and I was like, what? I'm looking and I'm like, who the hell's that? And I'm like I don't know who it is, and I'm like, is that Yoko? Like it took me a second to realize who I was looking at.
Because she had clothes.
Right, she had clothes. That's what threw me off.
Well, she's a mature woman now.
Right. Now she cares about, well, I mean, she did care about kids even before, right?
Yeah,
about the were they twins, the two kids?
I don't think so. They're twins? Oh,
no, maybe not. I'm sorry.
They're
They're siblings, yeah.
Okay, just siblings. Okay.
You mean Dari, yeah.
I did I did like that scene on the school. That was kind of cool where I don't know, like
where she almost murders kids with a piece of chalk.
no, that's classic anime shit there. But no, where their kids are learning about the history that happened 7 years ago, right? And
well, remember
ago.
These kids were born after that happened.
Sure. You know what? Okay, hold on.
When you think about it, it is kind of like Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome. When when they talk about the long ago, and it's like, dude, Mad Max 1 was only like, I don't know, 10, 12 years ago.
Yeah, I know.
I think of that as like today in history, kids are, if they're not now, soon, will be learning about 9/11. We lived through
they
that.
already are.
That thought freaks me out, dude. It's so weird that there's people that were born after that didn't live through it.
Yeah. No, and like I said, again, mind you, yes, it's all valid. It wasn't like I was like, 7 years ago we ate pizza with the fork. No, it was a big event, right? It was a big event, right? I get it. No, so I'm trying to say I thought it was super funny where it's like, so they're in the history books. And I don't know, it really just kind of gave me a heartwarming moment when that little kid, I don't know what his name is, he's looking at this book and it's got that picture of Team Kamina or Team Gurren Lagann. And he's all like, what the fuck? And he sees the teacher. He's like, that teacher, he's like, is that, like,
and they're like, it couldn't be.
Yeah, because it happens in real life too, where like, so, I remember the story. I was watching some kind of beats me behind the scenes Mortal Kombat thing. And one of the actual, what do you call it? Not the model character for Sub-Zero, without the mask. I don't know. What you're talking about?
Like the actor himself?
The actor himself. Yeah. The actual person that like did all the moves and that was photoshopped or whatever into the game.
Right. Yeah. He did like a bunch of different characters in the game. Yeah.
Yeah. But so he was was in an arcade.
I think is his name.
I don't remember his name, but yeah, he was talking about how he was in an arcade one time, just cruising by. And, it was not too many years after Mortal Kombat came out or whatever. But the point is, some kid was playing Mortal Kombat and he's watching it. And the kid's like, this is the best game fucking ever. And he's just sitting there going like, that's me, bro. Like, that's like, and he went up and he like put his quarter in and this kid fought him. And again, the kid had no idea that was him, and imagine if he would have said like, hey man, that's me. Or if he would have, let's pretend that red scar across the side was like real. Right. And he's like,
right.
Oh shit. He's like, is that the little kid, the awe in the little kid just to me was like, that was kind of cool, like, cause you never know, you could be meeting your heroes and never fucking have an idea, but yeah,
I mean, like Jessi, like getting stared at by Justin Timberlake and he like does a little nod to her and she was just like, who the hell is this guy? And just kept on walking. Mentioned that shit to me and I was like, hold on, let me check Twitter real quick. And I'm like, hey, babe, he's here because of Celebrity Golf.
No, I told you.
Oh, you did it? Okay.
I told you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, because you were like, I think I saw Justin Timberlake, but I wasn't sure, right?
Yeah. I'm like, I think I just saw JT, but
yeah. And then
I don't know if it was actually
That's
him.
what happened. Yeah. Well, he had a beard, so I guess that's what threw her off.
Dude, during Celebrity Golf Tournament, there was so many fucking times where like celebrities or people, I was like, when I was at Starbucks, like I'd be up there and people would get coffee and like, I'm just
at Starbucks.
Yeah. I was
coffee?
It's 5 in the morning and
they sold empanadas.
Yeah. No, we sold stars actually and paid with it with bucks.
Yeah. Starbucks.
I mean, people get sandwiches at Starbucks too. So, I mean, sorry, let me specify there. So they were coming in for their coffee or whatever. They were coming in as a customer, doing whatever they wanted to do. They were coming in as a patron. That's all that mattered. And, 6 in the morning, and I'm like, hey, I don't give a fuck, dude. I'm like, I'm 6 in the morning. I'm having shit too.
Jeremy's like, why am I awake at this time?
Yeah, and especially back then, I used to be up
sleeping
back
right
then
now
till like 2:30 in the morning. So I was like, why am I awake right now at 6 in the morning? But anyways,
I should be home playing video games.
I'd give them coffees and shit, and like, all right, here's your change. And they were like, I could tell they were like standing there. I'm like, anything else? Like, what the fuck? What else you want, bro? And they're like, oh, and they fucking leave, and then it would be like ballet or a bellboy or fucking another coworker's like, dude, that was Joey Smith. Who? The quarterback for the fucking, I don't fucking know, dude. Do you think I give a fuck? Dude, I'm like, yeah. That's why. And I'm like, that's why he's probably standing there. Like,
it's so funny to me when they do that because like they always want to be treated like regular people, right? Because they don't want to be crowded and like, oh my gosh, it's you. You're blah blah blah. It's like, no, I'm just a regular. Some of them, obviously, some of them, sure. Taking the limelight and I'm superior. I'm great. Blah blah blah. But a vast majority of them are like, I'm just a normal person. Just treat me normally. Don't like. especially if they're out in public or something, don't overcrowd them and ask for their autograph and stuff like that. And then you act normal around them, like, what the heck? Do you not know who I am? No, does it matter? Like,
right? Yeah.
you know?
There's no happy medium.
Yeah.
Like that. Yeah, there's plenty in there where you're like, I don't fucking know, dude. Like, sorry, I didn't recognize you. I've had some people actually probably get mad at me because I didn't recognize them. Like, I don't fucking know.
That happened to me the first time I ran into John Coster.
Oh yeah, but he's not a celebrity.
You know, got fired. Well, he thinks he is.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck.
I got fired over it. He's the guy who owns Harris and Harvey's, like Tahoe.
No, he doesn't own it. He's just like the CEO or whatever, the elected
he
president
runs
or whatever.
Yeah.
He's the top dog for it.
And I just started security like a few weeks before, so I was brand new. And I had apparently walked by him, and I smiled and nodded. You know, I wasn't impolite to him. I didn't like make a nasty face or anything. And then I get a call into the office. Pete calls me in, and he's like, you know, can you come to the office real quick? I'm like, yeah, sure. So I go in. He says, oh, were you walking around this area about this time? I was like, yeah. He's like, did you happen to see this, you know, devilishly handsome guy? And that's pretty much what he said too. It was like, he's like, oh, you know, wearing this. And I was like, I think so. He's like, do you know who that was? I was like, no. He's like, oh, that's John Coster. He's you know, he's run this place and blah, blah, blah. He's like, he saw you and you didn't smile and wave at him. I was like, I nodded, but like, what? He's like, yeah, if you ever see him, you got to smile and wave and kiss his ass and lick his boots and do all this. Like, no, I'm not going to do that.
Yeah, that's not going to happen.
No, I had less respect for the guy after that. You know, I was like, oh my gosh. But yeah, every time he was out and about, he always wanted to people, oh, hi, John Coster. So good to see you. Oh my gosh, what can I do? Let me lay down my coat so you don't, you know, walk on the dirty carpet or something. It's like, no, fuck you.
I know for sure there was there's a story that was more or less validated that, like you said, Chris, he was walking around or whatever, going from A to B, whatever, and he asked, there's an employee. I remember, I think it was supposedly a bartender. He said, hey, how's it going? Or how's your day? I think he's like, how's your day going? Or something like that, right? It's like the guy's like, it could be better. And then fucking 2 minutes later, manager came in and said, go home. What do you mean? Day could be better, I guess, and fucking got fired. I was like, oh shit. Like, well, I mean, dude. Again, like, it was just like, did he know? And they were like, yeah, he fucking knew. And he was like, well, then he didn't give a fuck when he said, it could be better, you know? I kind of had respect for the employee for saying that. I was like, it could be better. I don't give a fuck. Because he's being honest, like, it could be better, motherfucker. I could have more money in my pocket. I could have more time off.
That's like what happened to Will, remember?
Yeah.
So when we worked at Sparks, Jessi and I were bartenders there at the concession stand at the IMAX. And what did Will say that I told you he said?
He said something about calling in sick.
Oh, yeah. He said he was going to call in sick, but he knew that I was working. So he didn't want to screw me over. Right. But one of the managers there heard him say that. And we were pretty cool with this manager. So I don't really know what the hell his problem was. But he like said that in front of this manager. And then like the manager like disappeared. And then he came back and then he sent him home. He's like, well, you don't want to be here, so I'll just send you home. And I was like, dude, now you just screwed me over. Like he literally came in to not screw me over.
Yeah.
And then you send him home and now I'm screwed.
That's
that manager, call you out by name, Johnny. I don't remember what the hell your last name was, but you're a moron. You're an absolute idiot. But yeah, that's like, come on, dude. Like people can't be, you know, does everybody want to be at work?
No. Nope.
Okay, then why the hell are they taking it personally? Like, screw you, dude. But yeah, dude, everyone was like,
we don't all make millions of dollars an hour, you know. And
yeah, sorry.
To do whatever we want.
I can't ask other people to lick my boots.
Right.
But yeah, the kids also were like, well, at least the boys were head over heels over what was her name? Because her name's not Yoko. Her name was like her full name.
Oh, she kind of kept some Yamako. There you go.
Yamako. Okay, yeah. Yeah, so and same thing with the little girls. The little girls were like, geez, like so basically Yoko kind of became Nia again. And then all the jealous girls basically became Yoko while Nia was around. So I thought that was funny.
There was a little bit. It's like, she's not that cute. It's like, oh, here we go. Fucking
here we go drama. Again. If those kids only knew what I mean, I guess they did see it once there was that attack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she immediately was just like, hold on, I got to take all my clothes off to fire off this gun.
No, I think did she take her clothes? I thought she just ripped her skirt open. But
No, that was to save the little boy from the
backpack, right?
tree.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
One thing I was surprised, I did not remember this and didn't see it coming. Society blended or combined or whatever you know, it's assimilated. There was Beastman and human living side by side. And I didn't see that. I didn't remember it. And I was like, I wonder if that went as smooth as, you know, this is kind of making it out to be. Because part of me thinks that there would have been a lot of Beastmen saying like, yeah, fuck that shit, you know, and a lot of humans saying, fuck no, these guys killed my daddy, you know, shit like that, you know.
I think it went a little like this.
I'm no punk bitch.
I'm no punk bitch. Yeah, dude. Yeah, absolutely, dude. But yeah, so and then the kids, the twins, as we called them, they kind of grew up and they're piloting. Yeah, they're piloting their own new gunman kind of thing, whatever the fuck those are.
What are they called? The new ones?
Grap rolls.
Rap rolls?
Grap rolls, yeah.
Rap roll.
Not as cool as
I think he
gunman.
said grap with the
Crap
G.
rolls?
Yeah, grap rolls. That's what I said, yeah.
Grap.
Yeah, grap.
Roll.
Like grapple.
And roll.
Repel?
Grap rolls.
That's stupid. I'll call him machine. I'll just call him fucking Gundam. I'll call him Gundam.
Gundam Wing, Gundam Zero.
Gundam Rose, Gundam G.
Yeah.
You know what? So okay, it was interesting, and I do buy it that like the original team Gurren, or you know, they kind of became the heads of New Society, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I'm like, that doesn't mean you're, and they did kind of touch on it a bit. That doesn't mean you're qualified. Yes, you were there for the rebellion. Yes, you participated in the original assault and you helped liberate the world and shit like that. But doesn't mean you can run a fucking New Society, right? Because didn't Russo say like to all the other dudes, like kind of sounds like, dude, if you guys aren't willing to do the work or whatever, is like, why don't you just sign like all the other guys did or some shit like that, you know, like the other guys did, right?
Mm-hmm.
And to me that was definitely a big like, yeah, I like I said, because like seeing these kids fight these new things and shit, I mean like that, I'm like, I can see them being like, oh hey, well fuck it, you guys, let's see what you can do. But I'm also on the board of like, it doesn't mean they'd be good at it, you know, just because they were, you know, part of the original crew. Like I think it would have been kind of cool to see one of them not be as good as the pilot and be like, you know what? Yeah, I tried it, but I couldn't fucking fight. So I'm just a regular citizen, just like, you know, a couple of characters that became regular citizens, right?
It's kind of like what George Washington did, right? Like,
yeah.
They're like, you should be president. And then he was just like, I'm not really,
Why?
I mean, I'm a soldier. Like, I shouldn't really be president.
Well,
so
they said be king.
down.
They wanted to be king originally, right? And he's like,
right.
I'm a soldier, not a doctor. Yeah.
But like I said, again, a lot of it is actually very. I do see that happening in our society. You know, it's like you're like, yep, we're gonna be in charge. And I was like, hold the phone. Who says you need to be in charge? You know, like there's probably other people that might be more qualified or as qualified as you. So you know, like Noise said, I kind of want to see some more of that, some more of like the whole society. You know, having more of the politics, if you will, of this world. Me, because I've already seen it once, so I wouldn't be against seeing like a spinoff of how Beastman and Man kind of were like, okay, cool with each other, you know, how
like what happened during the 7-year time skip.
Exactly. The infrastructure, dude. I love the city. I love the thematic, like Noise said, seeing the city versus desert was so cool, and the fact that faces just keep what's the word I'm looking for here? Consuming them. If you're like everything's based around faces, you know, like since the beginning, it was like, oh, it's a giant face, you know, when someone was digging, right? Mm-hmm. And now it's like faces on the buildings, faces on the cars, like it's like fucking faces everywhere. And I love it, you know, it's like, you know, I really do.
You notice too that the capital itself is Teplin.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So that's what I'm trying to say. Like they didn't get rid of them. They could have easily like, you know, constructed them and make them look different, but like, no, let's keep the faces, you know, like, I don't know. I thought that was kind of cool, but Russo, like I said, I understand him. He pisses me off. I thought he was going to do a,
I don't understand him. I don't like him. I don't want him.
But Jessica, okay, so let me try and tell you why I understand him. Again, he needs to know how many people are on Earth, right? But here's the problem with that. what is he doing? Because Simone asked him the question. He goes, so what are you going to do when the millionth person is born? Are you going to fucking execute them? Or are you going to fucking shove them off the planet like they did in your town, whatever that town was called, right?
Yeah.
No, you took out the oldest people first.
Yeah, right. And it's like, to me, it is kind of true. It's like, we need to have a census. And I was like, hold on, motherfucker. Like you're telling me in the 7 years that all this shit's happening.
Do you remember what his answer was to when Simone asked that?
No, what was it?
You know nothing of how this world works.
Oh, okay.
And he does.
Meaning what, Chris? Something we know? Something we should know?
Well, like in Adi Village, where they came from, the reason they could only support 50 people was because they didn't have the resources, right?
Okay.
They could not support many. If they
couldn't
took on more people, then everyone's going to suffer. So he's thinking now, if we go above 1 million people, we're all going to die. Whereas if we control the population, if we keep it under that population, then most of us can live, you know? And so you have to understand, he's got a hard choice to make.
Oh, no,
and
I do. That's what I'm saying. I understand.
It shows in the scenes where he's like by himself, like, what the hell am I supposed to do? How do I, there's no solution for this, you know? Every turn he makes, there's opposition.
It's same with Simone. But I'm saying I was asking that question like literal, because like I'm like, what was it, the answer or whatnot? But that's what I'm trying to say. It's like I was kind of getting mad because I was like, hold on, if you're so worried about this 1 million people, 1 million apes, why the fuck? I'm sorry to say this, but yeah, I know. Why haven't you installed a no more children fucking policy? Like fucking, you know, like a
a one child policy.
It sounds horrible to say because we do have won through this in our world, in our real life world with China and shit, right? But it's like, I don't know, like society. It kind of reminds me of like that speech that Tommy Lee gives Will Smith and Men in Black. He goes, a person is smart and compassionate or whatever. Society, he goes, they're for fucking rash or whatever, you know?
People are stupid, dumb animals, and you know it.
Yeah. You know, like the individual is smart. Yeah, and exactly. So it's like the individual person, you'd be like, hey, man, let's not have babies because we don't know if that is true about that 1 million people, you know? Like, if let's not have a baby. Let's just kind of think about it.
To find out.
Yeah, right? Exactly. Versus if you come out as the commander or whatever, the vice president, whatever the fuck his position is, and be like, I hereby declare no more kids, people are gonna tell you the fuck off, right? So I get his position. I really do. And it's like, what do I do? And that's where I'm like, you didn't have a plan? Like, you didn't like kind of do like I hate to say it, like a mandatory fucking vasectomy, or, you know, a fucking, you know, to all the males, I don't know, just something to keep shit in check, you know? Like, I'm not, again, that'd be better than killing people, but, you know, being able to be like, oh, too many babies, let's start killing old people.
Yeah, but it's like, hey, man, rather than reactive.
Yeah, exactly. Like I said, mandatory vasectomies, mandatory, you know, whatever the other tube tying, whatever that one is called.
Well, no, I mean, it could be just as simple as like a license.
Exactly.
You know, again, remember like Demolition Man? Like, people weren't allowed to have kids without a license in Demolition Man.
And again, but the problem with that is,
should be the thing IRL, because some people
really should
not
be.
having kids.
I 100% agree. Yeah,
that's a topic for
you need a license
episode.
to drive. You need a license for. I mean, is that the only thing we need a license for? We need a license for more things, dude.
You need a license to fish.
I was about to say to fish, to hunt.
Yeah,
but to have a kid, you're just like
you need a license to vote.
when
or an ID to vote. Yeah,
when just license to kill.
Right, that's true. If you're Bond. I forget what Jessi and I were talking to my parents about, but we were talking about like when we had our son, that they just let us out of the building with him, and we were like,
what
do
now?
Do we need any like documents or anything? Like, you guys are just gonna let us walk out?
We can take.
It felt so weird because I mean, also we were in the middle of a pandemic and there was a fire going on in the town, so you know, staff was short, and you know, they couldn't really like walk us out to the car and make sure the car seat worked and all this other stuff. So it was just like, it felt so weird taking him home, because it was like, are we stealing him? Like, I know they said we're free to go with him, but this feels weird.
No, because it feels weird because you're like, did I do everything I need to do to make sure that he's going to be okay? Like, am I going to 5 years from now be like, yo, your son is fucking...
But also legally too. Like, also that too. I was like, legally. Is that it? Like, it's just like, he's got the birth certificate. He's yours.
Are you sure it's mine? Are you sure it's mine? How do you know I didn't?
Get him out of here. Like, that's basically what they're like, go. We're like, okay, I guess we'll take him, you know?
But that's what I'm telling you, Jessica. That's why I understand Russo. I don't like the way certain actions he's taken, but I understand
Who appointed him though?
Who appointed
didn't.
Simone? That's what I brought up earlier too. Team Gurren Lagann said we're just gonna become the leaders, and it's like, wait a minute, not all of you are fit to fucking be the leaders.
I think it was Ruscio who did a lot of that.
Because
he's clearly the brains behind this, you know. And
Yeah.
I think
thing
he
is,
was
I
the
would
one.
have it because he's supposed to be like the second in command, you could say,
sure.
right?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I would have said the black brother. Why not him?
Second
He
in command.
stepped up. Yeah, he stepped up when
Oh,
I was
Kamina
really like-
passed. and-
I know.
I was like, who is this? Is black?
Like, what anime are you watching? Just like black.
There are
brother.
no
I'm
black
like,
people in this anime. What were you talking about?
The Jive Guy.
Jesus. The singing
I
of this
forgot
game,
his
of this anime.
name.
Keaton.
I know it starts with the K. Yeah, me too.
And this whole
That's why I call him the K
you know,
brother, Jessica. I call him the K brother.
So you're saying why not
Nevertheless.
him be in charge?
And,
Yeah.
and
he took charge when Simon wasn't there.
Seaman?
This is why I don't
You
talk.
can't throw stuff at me. Don't throw stuff at me. But
especially
wasn't
semen.
wasn't it the people that appointed them?
No,
No.
they appointed themselves 100%.
There's no
Instead, everyone else
confirmation
is-
of that
We don't actually know.
We don't know, but that's what fucking.
because they believe in them so hard that I feel like I said, like the same thing that happened to George Washington. They were like, you led this revolution, you go.
Yeah.
Well, okay, exactly. Well, exactly. So then they didn't say, well, no, let's think about it. There could be other qualified people. They said, yeah, we'll take it. You know, so that's what
I don't think
you know.
I don't think they fought it very, very long.
Exactly.
they're
exactly.
like-
sure.
No,
Like,
stop.
exactly.
please.
No,
I don't want to be a leader.
know.
No,
Should I?
get all the perks.
Okay.
And all- and exactly. And that's it. Again, like I said, I really want to see more about this whole society that they've built, right? Because it is
Yeah, I'm
pretty
super interested in the
interesting.
politics part, oddly enough.
Yeah. I am too. Believe it or not. Yeah. But yeah, Jessica was saying the Keaton brother was he took charge when Simone was in jail. But not prior to that. He was kind of like taking a back seat because he was like, yeah, like this shit. Like, I don't know. Like Rizzo said it. They were kind of phoning it in. They were like him and I want to call them the two twin Afro twins, the blue nose, blue glasses, red glasses.
Jorgon and yeah, I know
Borgon.
what you're talking about.
Yeah. Those guys.
Balin,
You know,
that's
like-
the other one.
We had the twins. Who's the guy with the cigarette in his mouth? Was he there in the original?
He was there.
one of-
Yeah, he was. He. Oh my gosh, which one did he pilot? I don't remember.
Okay,
but yeah, he's been around. He wasn't around like since the original group, not the OGs.
He came in with the gunman after when they were going to take on the big ship, right?
I think he came in with what's his name? The guy whose wife had the kid.
Yeah. I don't know. Remember? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, he
From-
came with him.
For a second
that
there,
group, yeah.
I thought he was part of that team that came in
At
when
the
they were
end?
at the end
Yeah.
there. Because like there was one guy that was like, oh, this guy looks like hella like Kamina. He got blasted away because he did what Kamina would have done, went head first and got destroyed. He got destroyed by the tornado, I believe it was, right? The
Yeah.
hurricane.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I ran into it. Yeah.
Yeah, and then someone's like, "Oh no, my best friend died. I'm gonna fucking head right into that same tornado." I was like, "What the
I
fuck?"
gotta
bro?"
avenge his death. Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, stay back. And someone's like, "Our comms are down. We can't tell him not to be stupid."
Yeah.
You know. And that's when Mia's like, "Stop, you idiots! Like, stand
Giant
back."
Mia, yeah.
yeah, but anyways, yeah. So like I said, society. Yeah. Oh, I was talking about Russo. I thought he was gonna pull a. I'm only doing this as a public figure. Oh, we're gonna hold Simone. What do you call it? Accountable, and we're gonna try him. And you have been found guilty. And I thought it was gonna be all part of his plan and be like, oh, in public, I'm condemning you, but in the background, I'm still supporting you. But like, nope, he was gonna. If none of this shit would have happened, man, like if shit hadn't evolved it more, he would have probably executed him. I'm kind of convinced he would have been like, all right, Simone, see you later. You know, I don't think he would have let him go. But yeah, the prison. That was kind of a short little scene. I kind of wanted to see some more prison shit. I won't lie.
Yes.
I think that would have been kind of cool to see. Just who else was in there? That bird dude is like, oh, you killed Kuropeko. What was his name?
Kuropeko. Pseudomander.
Xenomander. You killed Commander. You killed Commander's Xenomander Kuropeko, dude. You know. And he's all like, "I'm gonna avenge you."
Oh
yeah.
my, you bastard!
Yeah. And and he was fighting him, and then fucking Viral comes in and shit. And they were duking it out down there.
Yeah.
I thought that was kind of funny. And then like the guard's like, "Hey, no fighting," and he's like, who started this? Like, it was them. They ganged up on that on that poor bird guy or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, he's like, they're like, what bullshit? I thought that was kind of funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, Beryl being like next to the cell, and he's like, damn, he's like, who would have thought I'd be in the same fucking cell as you? This is fucking crazy, you know?
Yeah.
What else?
Well, that was one of my scenes originally too, from what their confrontation and everything, because he was talking about Kamina and how even barehanded he could hold his own against a beastman, you know. And here you are, Simone, all grown up, but still a little child, still a little weakling, you know, and just pathetic compared to, you know, your big bro and everything. And you can see that really gets to Simone, and it pisses him off. And of course, it's the whole thing in anime where, oh, I'm angry now, I'm stronger because reasons, you know. But yeah, that was always interesting to me. That, you know, the fact that he pointed that out, like, listen, your bro, even barehanded, even as a newbie, you know, could handle himself against me. Yeah, you know, and here you are, you can't even handle this little chickling or whatever, you know.
I was gonna say barehanded. I don't know. Kamina didn't have that sword, that badass sword, which you never see again. At least as far as I know, that sword was dope.
Yeah,
I think they buried him with it. No.
Oh yeah, they did. They kept it as like a tombstone kind of thing.
So you finally admit it, Jessi.
She accepts it. So, one thing that I noticed that I've noticed that I kind of was So firstly, I forgot his name. The chief of Simone and Kamina's village is all fucking rich now. He has some kind of restaurant that serves the pig meat or whatever, right?
The pig mole steaks,
pig mole steak, yeah. And he's all decked, dude. He was like all decked out in fucking rings and shit. He's like, oh yeah, I raised them. No, I raised them like my own. And I was like, you fucking liar. I was like, you piece of shit, right?
I took them when no one else would. Yeah.
I was like, what a dick. And I was like, yep, that would really happen. Fucking piece of shit, right?
Yeah.
And then, but then when they're evacuating, because like, so we're kind of jumping a quick little section here. So it turns out that they cloned Lord Jerome.
Lord Jerome. Right? Well, they had taken some of his his cells, and they
cloned the head or whatever. Yeah, I don't remember that. And I was like, oh shit, you know. So they're like, oh, you know, bring him back online. And that's when Russo's like, I want to talk to you. What's going on with the moon? Oh, you know, what's going on? He's like, oh, and he explains his back history of like, I was once a fucking spiral warrior. He's like, what? He's like, yep, I fought in the fucking anti-spiral wars. And he's all like, yeah, and he's like, you know, it kind of gives you a history. Like, oh shit, like. It gives you a different point of view from Lord Jerome's point, you know, because like originally
he wasn't such a bad guy.
Yeah, he was, but you know, like he did have a history before he was the bad guy, right?
Well, was he a bad guy because he was trying to protect them
by force? Well, he says it. He's like,
how else do you do it?
Exactly, right. That's why it relates to Russo so hard. It's like, do you become just like Lord Jerome and say no fucking kids, fucking, you know, everyone do as I say because I know best. That's what it becomes, right? It's like a father kind of figure, like a parental figure, right? It's like, do as I say because I know what's better for you. And it's like, but no, it's like, just do what I say without questioning what I have to say, you know?
Yeah.
And it puts you in that bind where like, yeah, as a parent, I'm not a parent, but you know, I'm an uncle and shit. Sometimes you tell kids like, hey, just leave that alone. And they're like, but why? And you're like, I don't want to tell you why, but just trust me when I say it's probably not a good idea to do this or something like that, you know?
Yeah.
And as a kid, I've been on the receiving end where you're like, what you question, like, but can't you tell me why? Like, why is it that this is bad for me? Why do I need to trust you? Why should I trust you? And I think it's that whole concept there where Lord Jerome was like, yeah, he probably did try to be like, all right, humans, let's go underground. They're like, fuck you. And like, all right, fuck it, go underground, assholes, you know, and he forced them, you know? Now, so a quick question now, Chris. I don't know if they explained this. Is it that the moon only can see how many people are on the surface? Or is it that it's calculating even if you're underground?
I would assume it's calculating even underground.
Even underground, right? It can somehow detect. That's what I thought so too. Because it's like, you know, because Ruscio Claire says we need to have a census, so we need to know how many people we truly have. And I was like, wait, and if Viral's been helping people get underground, then there's got to be some people that are underground, right? So I'm like, so does that mean we're already over 1 billion or whatever, you know? And what a turn of fate that it's one of the Gurren Lagann members that's kid becomes the 1 millionth fucking person, right?
Yep.
That was kind of crazy thought there, but yeah, going back to Lord Jerome, that his head, you know, I was like, oh, this is kind of fucking interesting, right? Yeah, he lost the battle. He says he clearly lost the battle to the anti-spirals. and they retreated back to Earth. And he says, this is what I remember him saying, that the moon, that then the anti-spirals placed the moon as its spy or whatever we want to call it.
As a messenger, yeah, something like that.
As
yeah.
messenger. But then I'm going to jump the gun real quick. But then later on, he says, "Oh, that's my ship. That's called the Terra Gunman or whatever." And I was like, "Wait, is it the
Cathedral
anti-spirals? The what?
Cathedral Terra.
Cathedral Terra. Yeah." I'm like, "So which is it? Did the anti-spiral put that shit there? Is that your ship? Which one is it? Can be both? I guess maybe. I don't know." But I was kind of like, "Wait a minute," questioning what happens there. But yeah, I was going back. So like they're loading up. Oh, it turns out that that his fucking was it Teflon? Also, it's also like a giant ship, right? Was it Teflon or was it something else? No, I don't think it was. It was Teflon though, because Teflon was still there at the end.
Well, it was the Art Gurren, but it was
the Art Gurren. That was underground, right?
Yeah,
like they found that because of reviving his head, they were able to look at the data and be like, "Oh, this motherfucker had a backup plan." Yeah, they had a giant ark, and that was kind of interesting. It could hold, what was it? The claim like 600,000.
I think it was like something like that. It was a lot, yeah.
But it wasn't the full million, obviously.
No,
but it was a lot of people, and it's like, how do you make that decision? Who comes and who doesn't? Right? Again, that's why I understand Russo. So that what I was going with that. It's like when all of a sudden I kind of was doing chores, so I was watching, but like I was missing tiny little bits here and there. But shit breaks loose. I think the moon attacks again or something like that, and then fucking they're like, we have to go. Fuck it, like we got to get the fuck out of here. And so it
turns out that the moon will hit sooner than they thought.
That's what it was. Because
they said, we have a week to get everyone on to this ship.
Yeah.
As many people as we can, then we got to go. And everyone else is going to go underground into the bunkers.
Yes, that was the plan.
Thinking they were going to be safe. And then it turns out, nope, that's not the case. You have less time. So you can't even fill up the ship. And everyone who's left on the surface is going to die.
Yeah, it was like, you don't have that much time. The underground bases won't help you. So that was like, well, we got to get the fuck out of here. And then like it turns out later on that like even the splash from the moon hitting would kill all the people on the ark anyways too.
Yeah.
But prior to them knowing, they were loading up the arcs, or the ark, whatever you want to call it. And I noticed that, do you know his name? The chief from Simone's village?
Oh, I can't remember now.
Well, anyways, yeah, he got left behind, and because like it was that situation like from what is that movie 2012 or whatever,
right?
And it's like please let me on, and I saw him get left behind, and I was kind of like haha, but I was like, shit, that still kind of sucks though, because I'm still a humanitarian, I'm still I'm like yeah he's a humanitarian, and he was like
the Germanitarian.
The Germanitarian. But I also see him get behind. He's like, please don't leave us. I was like, God, that still sucks though, like just
he's still a person.
Yeah, I'm jump the gun again real quick. So now you destroyed the moon or whatever you did. I'm gonna jump the gun. And they're like, all right, let's go back to Earth. It's like, so you go back to Earth, and it's like, hey, sorry for ditching all you guys, but I had no choice. You know what I'm saying? Like how awkward that is. You're like, motherfucker, you hella ditched us.
Well, remember, Ruscio was saying like, this is my last
act or something. What do you say? Mission?
Yeah, this is my the last thing I'm going to do basically as leader. So eventually he plans on like, I know I screwed you guys over. I know I made some tough decisions. I know you guys were going to die. Because of that, I'm resigning,
Yeah.
So, but I want to talk to you, Jessi, real quick, because I know you say you don't like Ruscio and the way he acted in this.
Yep.
Why not? I'm curious.
Because he has a big forehead.
He is forehead boy, so.
No, it seems, I know you guys are saying like Simon wasn't like acting grown up or anything, but I don't know how to explain it.
I hold on real quick, Jessi. I actually think Simone did grow up a little bit. That's my 2 cents real quick. I felt he did, but keep going. What's your thoughts?
Okay, I'm the one who said that.
Okay, I'm like,
they didn't. I'm the one who said
okay.
In 7 years, he hasn't changed to me.
No, I felt like he was treating, he was pretty much Ruscio? Rossiu? Big forehead kid. Was just telling Simon pretty much like, your ideas are stupid. We're doing what I want. Yeah. Even though he's supposedly, the main number one guy, the mayor, the president, whatever you want to call him.
Yeah, he was like handling him, right? He was like, no, don't go out on Gurren Lagann. Like, no, don't fucking don't eat spaghetti, motherfuckers. Like, eat cereal instead. You know, it's like, what the fuck?
It's like, who does he think he is?
Spaghetti. I don't know about that.
Speaking of Rossio and Simone's relationship, I don't know if you guys caught this when Nia came and brought some food for Simone. That little flashback that Rossio had of when he tried her food that first time.
Yeah, he's like, nope, I'll pass.
She's like, oh, I didn't know you'd be here. I can run home and make something. He's like, nope, that's okay. That's okay.
So within the 7 years that have gone by, he hasn't been willing to try her food again?
I guess not.
I mean, if you had that reaction to someone cooking, Jessi, would you try food for them again?
I would.
Yeah.
Okay. I'd probably let them know, like, hey, man, that shit kind of sucked, but let's not, you know.
All right.
Yeah.
A little less salt next time, you know. But
a little less poison.
Because I mean, how do they get better at it? You know, if you don't tell them your food sucked to make it better.
But Simone loves it, so why would you change?
And that's what I was bring up, Noise. That does beg that question. It's like, has she improved at all? We will never know because Simone liked the first time, anyways.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. So for all we know, it's still shit.
Simone was starving.
That too. He was also fucking dying. So yeah, keep going, Jessi. Any other thoughts on Rossio? But so you don't, like I said, I don't like the way he's acting, but I understand why he's doing what he's doing.
I like how German says, keep going, Jessi, and then continues talking.
Yeah. The classic German move. What about him bringing back the Spiral King?
Oh, I didn't like that at all. He kept it on the DL, and it's like,
he's acting shady.
But his reasons, like, for bringing him back, do you remember what they were?
To dig into his brain and see,
to understand, what he meant. Because if they don't have an answer about what the 1 millionth ape means,
but don't you think that it should have involved everybody in the Gurren
do you remember
team?
Do you remember what he said when they were asking about, like, why wouldn't you tell everyone about this, or why didn't you tell us about this?
No, what did he say?
No,
because it would cause panic.
But between the Gurren team,
right?
You know,
but because you have Ballenbo and Jorgen, who aren't so bright, you know, if they let it spill out to someone, or someone just happens to mention, like, oh yeah, you know, just casually talking that, oh, you know, so and so's back. What, you know?
Yeah. No,
he wasn't doing it with malintent. Like he was gathering information.
He wasn't. But now think about this. I also do. I'm on this big, like, half and half, because, like, yes, I'm all for. I can 100% be like, yeah, let's we can kind of poke his brain. Let's find out what he meant. But the fact that he started his whole fucking faction, right, where the certain people under his command are, like, blindly following him, right? It's very dangerous, right? It's very dangerous, kind of like coup territory / you know, like, if Russo decided he wanted to become evil, right? Like, he very well could, right? And take over shit. It is also Simone's fault too for just kind of being like, just you do a deal with all that shit. I'm just gonna go home or some bullshit, right?
Yeah.
But it is kind of like you said, like, if it was done without malintent, it's like, okay, don't tell the twins, don't tell, you know, the K brother, you know, like, but Simone should have at least fucking known, you know, maybe Yoko, you know, like, there's a couple members you could have definitely been like, hey, this is what I'm doing because we need to know more reasons. And also, and this is where I'm throwing it in, also because, like, you don't know the full extent of the Spiral King's
did
power.
Ron know? I don't remember if he was
I don't think Ron knew. No,
See?
I don't think Ron knew.
That's one person he should have brought in and
True. Ron's very
on it, because he's the brains of,
you know,
gadgets and stuff.
It hasn't happened as of yet, and I don't know if it will happen. This is again being not being coy, but I'm also like, how do you know the Spiral King isn't trying to hack your system right now? He's fucking hooked up to your fucking.
Well, but remember what he said. He said he only brought back his memories, none of his personality, because they couldn't risk that.
That's true. Okay,
what makes up a personality?
I don't know.
His memes. If you remember from Metal Gear Solid 2.
Yeah. And what is a meme?
It's part of a gene.
Well, no, a meme is a memory you pass on to somebody else, right?
Mm-hmm.
So your personality is purely based on who you are, and who you are is all your memories making you the person you are today.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, like I'm not 100% on his side, but I understand his intent.
No, again,
but it does,
you know what?
Seem like a bad fucking idea.
I agree, and that's what I'm trying to say. Is like, okay, again, Kriss, you said, we only brought back his personality and all, and we can't, or we only brought back his memories and all that. And again,
he could have influence. Like he started having influence over Meryl, right?
Yeah,
He's like, hey, what? You're alive, and it's just like,
Yeah, that was an interesting little conversation they had there.
No, I'm again, just crying.
Right, he's just crying. Put him literally put him in a gunman, but only
that'd be cool.
His face in the chest.
That'd be cool.
Or in the stomach.
No. Like I said, this is me being non-coy. I really don't know. Like it just has a potential for something to go bad, right? How many times and this is a show we're watching, but how many times in movies or shows where like someone's like, oh, this computer will never hurt us, and it's like just slowly, just waiting, biding its time. It's like, yes, I'm your friend. It's like, bitch, you're like, launch all the nukes,
Oh, you mean what ChatGPT is going to do in a bit?
Yeah.
Hopefully
never, but yeah. So I don't trust Spiral King's brain. That's all I'm trying to say.
It's like they say too. The road to hell is paved with good intentions.
Sure, that's what they say. I don't really
do you know what that means?
Not too much, no.
So it means that you can have the best of intentions for something, but that doesn't mean it's going to be the best way to handle it. Such as the way Rossio was handling it.
Exactly. I was going to say literally what Rossio. This is literally Rossio. Rufio.
Yeah, I mean, Oppenheimer is like the best example of our modern culture.
Yeah. Yep. Speaking of noise, you brought it up. That's funny as hell because like Kriss was saying that Rossio said, this is going to be my final action as leader, whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like imagine if who was it? Truman, right? If Truman signed the act to drop the bombs and then said, I'm doing this because I have to, because it's what needs to be done, and then like he resigned afterwards. Like in history, you could be like, yeah, I see why you resigned, because you did something that's atrocious but had to be kind of done, as far as we know in our timeline, right? For all we know, there could have been a different fucking solution, right? For all we know, not dropping the bombs could have ended up in world peace, right? But yeah, it's a crazy concept to think. Being a leader, it's not as easy as sometimes we might think it is, right?
I guess. Just kidding.
I mean, making those decisions. Who lives and who dies?
Oh yeah, that's why. Yeah, that's why. Like I said, I was grateful I didn't get the supervisor job when I applied for it years back. So I was like, wait, I hate doing this. Why the hell am I applying? It's just the what's the word? It's just the natural progression, right? Like promote, become leader, delegate responsibilities, and then go even higher. And it's just like, that's all I ever did at every job I had. And I was like, I hate those positions. I hate telling people what to do because they don't fucking listen. And they always fuck it up. So it's just like, I'd rather just do it myself. So I was always like a hands-on supervisor or hands-on manager, which was the hardest thing at that IMAX, because they would tell us, stop. Like, you need to tell them what to do, and you need to, just like scan around, make sure everybody else is doing what they're doing, like not just your own.
Sit in the office and laugh
or sit in the office and
fired the whole
and watch Good Mythical Morning or Dr. Disrespect on Twitch. I mean, we did that too, but we watched you guys over the cameras.
Yeah, while I was yelling over the radio.
I wasn't there when that happened.
I need help.
I wasn't there when that
I need cash.
Also, I wasn't manager at that
change. Help.
That was my fault too, Jessi. Sorry.
Gosh, Kriss. But, I didn't even know you back then. Gosh.
It was hard for me to be in that position because I wanted to be, still handling the cash, because as soon as I saw the line happen, and I'm like, hey, there's an open register. This line can move faster. I'm going to sign on and start taking orders. You know what I mean? So being a leader not only is hard in like making decisions and shit that will fall back on you, but also like some leaders just stand back and give orders, and I can't do that.
Exactly. Yeah. We're different type of leaders, because I'm the same way. That's why I hated the supervisor position up at the bank. I don't like being in charge.
Well, you had this other things to do. You had to like open accounts and.
Well, yeah, but still.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just there's two different types of supervisors, It's the ones that sit back and delegate, and it's the ones that lead.
By example.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Anyways. What were we talking about? I don't remember what we were talking about.
They're just Princess Spyro King.
Just Rossio, basically.
Rossio.
Big forehead kid.
Yeah. But
let me ask you this, Jessi. How do you think, or do you think, it would have been better if Kamina was still alive? And if so, how do you think you would have handled it?
Because we wouldn't have had that period where Simon was all depressed and just meh,
Right, but he grew because of that.
I guess
like
so.
he learned because remember, the whole reason he was so depressed was because his whole world, what he thought was his whole world, was gone. Right, so he basically felt like he had nothing to live for at that point.
I guess so.
There was nothing motivating him to keep going until Nia came around. And he was like, wait, there is something for me to fight for. There is something for me to live for,
Yeah,
I'm not
I
my
guess
bro.
he
I'm
everything.
Nia.
If he wouldn't have fallen down that trash pit.
Well, but not even that. Just the fact that he learned he's not his bro, he's him. Because his whole identity was, that's my bro. I am his, I'm his bro.
Yeah.
Not
he's
I'm
the only
me.
one who believes in me.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess.
But disregarding all of that, how do you think things would have been handled differently if Kamina was here?
Well, I don't know. I don't think we would have learned this whole million people thing, and we would have gone to the moon, but I don't know.
Well, they were going to the moon.
Well, that's why. I feel like we would have gone to the moon sooner, but I don't know if the sooner would have been because, we would have reached the million people sooner, or just Kamina's hard-headedness, just that's what we're doing next, and that's where we're going. And would we have known that the moon was a gunman?
We will go to the moon, not because it's easy, but because it is hard.
That's what Kamina said. Yep.
Yeah.
President Kamina.
I feel like Kamina would have been the president, and Simon would have been his number 2, and Yoko would never have left.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
So what do you think Rossio would have done?
She would have been lady.
You think Rossio would have left at that point?
Yes. He would have been dead.
Wow. You really don't like him, do you? Jeez.
I don't.
Jeez.
I think it'd be pretty much the same. Just I'm still on the bandwagon that Simon's a carbon copy of Kamina. He's behaving so much like him that I just don't see that Simone has become him. He says, I'm me, but he's just he's channeling Kamina the entire time. So I don't think Simone is done growing up.
Okay. I mean, I agree. I agree with you, and I also disagree. I think Simone has come to his own, mainly because when he's thrown in jail and he sees that everyone's escaping, he kind of accepts. He's like, yeah, you know what? That's not my place. That's not where I belong. I belong here on Earth. I belong here, not necessarily in jail, but I'm Simone the Digger. I'm not meant to be in the sky. I'm meant to be drilling,
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of think he has.
I guess to that point, I guess
he has come to his own, where he's not like, yeah, just keep going forward, just keep going, blah blah blah, go blindly into whatever, So in that sense, I think he has kind of come to his own. I agree, he's still very immature. I think he hasn't grown up, but I think he has grown into his own. So
no.
Speaking about growing up, how is it that 7 years have gone by and the piggy has not grown?
Yeah.
It's magic.
Is it because they ate his butt?
Yes.
He's a munchkin.
They ate all his growth hormone.
It's because he still needs to fit where he needs to fit.
Yeah, that's true.
What was the first thing he did when Yoko came back?
Yep.
If he fits, he sits, yo.
That's the first thing I noticed. I'm like, oh, where's the piggy? And then
did you notice he was in handcuffs too? That shit was hella funny.
He has
so tiny little handcuffs.
Even though he could easily get out of them.
That was funny. I was like, even him, like fucking dick. I was like, Rusio. Oh shit.
I did feel that it was pretty much like the last scene, right? When, Nia kept saying like, like stop stop resisting pretty much, you know. But then, you know, Simone, this is the part where I kind of saw him like really show that he
was grown up.
Not that he was grown up, but just that he's, I don't know,
aware.
I guess, but like just he ignored what was going on, what she was saying to him, and was just like, this isn't you, basically, and just kept talking to her like she was the Nia that he knows. And, you know, at first I was like, bro, she gone. But then like there's like that moment where she came through and was like, you really are gonna come and get me?
Well,
what happened? I mean? Like he broke through.
Well, you know what? No, it's not so much that he broke through necessarily, is that because I also was kind of going like, what happens? Because I don't remember that. I'm like, what happens? Right. And he called her out. He actually called her out and he says, you know why I know you don't believe what you're saying to me? And he goes, because you're still wearing the ring.
Right, the ring.
Yeah. And then she's like, you know, and she was like, because she's like, no, the Nia you know is gone. Like, this is me. And she's like, then why the fuck are you wearing the ring? You know, you still want to hold, you still want what I want. You still want to hold on to what the past, pretty much is what he says, right? The past, which is a peaceful life, not this going forward and destroying us path you're choosing. So yeah, and then when she says like, she's like, oh, I'm being recalled, and you know, and because so she said something about what's gonna happen now or some shit. She's like, oh, I'll be recalled and data will be gathered about me or whatever, about you guys. Data will be gathered from me about you guys or whatever, right?
Because she is a spiral life.
They're gonna plug her into the USB port.
Yeah. Well, dude, she says like, oh yeah. No. So yeah, he says. She says the chances of you beating them is a non-zero chance. It was like that's not zero, and I might as well be 100%. You know?
Well, yeah, he says like 99.99999% chance of failing. He's like, well,
so you're saying there's a chance?
Exactly.
And that's the truth. Yeah. When you are faced with this, like, hey, you're gonna die. There's a 99% chance you're going to die. Do you accept it? You say, well, fuck it. I'm going to give it a shot anyways, because what's the worst that can happen? I'm down to die. That's what, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's going to happen anyways. But yeah, when she's like, and then she does kind of convert herself as she's being recalled. And she's like, you're really coming back for me? Or what is she like? You really come after me or something like that? And he's like, you betcha, bitch, or something. I don't know. Something like that.
You betcha, bitch.
Slaps her.
There's a Lilo and Stitch moment.
Where she says like, "Don't forget me," right?
Don't leave me.
Don't leave me. That's what I felt when the shark takes Lilo and freaking Stitch manages to escape out of the little capsule. Yeah, that's kind of what I felt like.
I'm like, what? She says, "Don't leave me." I was like, I don't remember that.
Yeah, she's like, "Don't leave me, okay?" And he just goes, "Okay." You know, and it's just like,
she goes, "Don't leave me, okay?" Ohana, you remember you promised Ohana, Simone. Yeah. And he's like, "Ohana." He's like, "Uh-huh."
Ohana, yeah.
So he's like, who do you think I am? Ohana's life.
Family Ohana.
But yeah, so okay. So Chris, so you said about influences. On this one, I didn't say anything because I remembered Ruscio being a big part of this section and Ruscio being a not much of a dick, as much as a dick, but I remembered him, you know, making some calls. I remember him and someone being on odds ends. Is this the influence you were talking about?
Yep, Ruscio was the influence on this one. Yep. Rossiu. You got me saying it wrong now.
That's what I was about to say. I was like, what's his name? Rossiu?
Dude, I don't see the influence necessarily, but I do see like a more of a accepting. So like I said, when he says like, no, Commander, stay back. You can't fly out there because it's time. He's like, okay, fine, you're right. You know, like, hey, Commander, like you need to fucking focus on the duties of being a Supreme Commander. Like, okay, you're right.
Well, think of what Simone, how he reacts when he first comes onto the Ark, you know, with Gurren Lagann, and how when Rossiu's saying like, you guys are always there to save it, blah blah blah, and I'm useless. And what does he say? What does he talk to him?
I don't know. What do you say?
You made the hard decisions. You were the one that had to do that. You held that burden. Simone couldn't have done that.
Yeah.
So that's why Rossiu was his influence. Rossiu showed him leadership is not all about just
go for it.
Go wild blood guns blazing, you know, like he was doing. It's you need to think. You need to consider the consequences. And sometimes you got to make the hard decisions, you know? So, and that's exactly why he was the influence for this.
Okay.
So,
okay.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else we want to touch on? What happened?
I didn't.
Oh, you know what?
I didn't see it coming that baby was going to be the millionth ape. Like it didn't dawn on me. I was like, oh, they're going to have a baby, blah blah blah. And even though they're literally talking about the millionth ape as it's happening, then I was like, oh yeah, that kind of makes sense. Like the show kind of needs to get going because there's only a few episodes left when you think about it. So it's just like, oh yeah, that's pretty funny.
The pacing is fast, which is appreciated. Compared to some animes that will drag on, you know.
Well, I mean, because it's a new beginning, and they're like, well, we can't do I mean, even the first episode was pretty fucking quick, but it's like we've already established characters, we know who they are. Here's where they are now. Let's go.
Here's what's going on. Yep, exactly. No, I did want to bring out one thing that was kind of interesting was where you know, they Ruscio thought he had all the gunmen scrapped, and I don't remember their names, but the other ex-members of well, not ex-members, but the members of Gurren Lagann that aren't in the council right now. They were like, they're like, fucking, he told us to scrap them. And I was like, I decided to accept, keep them in good shape or whatever, right? And two things I want to bring up on that. Like, that is so real world, like, what's the word I'm looking for here? Comparison. Because look at our fucking government and military and shit. It's like, here's $1 billion for your budget. And then like the next year is like, what did you do with it? Like, I don't know. It's fucking gone. Like, what do you mean it's gone? You know, it's like, I don't know. Like, who's accountable for this fucking money? Right. And likewise here, Ruscio said, destroy these things. And they said, okay. And then they didn't. And he never verified, did you destroy these things? You know, like, show me the scrap, you know? He just said, oh, yeah, they said they did it. So it ended up being a blessing, right? Because, you know, he claimed that, oh, those things are crap. The new shit we have, the roller-roos.
Yeah, we don't rely on those anymore.
What they call roller-roos or whatever he said. What were they?
Grap rolls.
Grap rolls. The grap rolls are superior tech, right? And it turns out that nope, the fucking gunmen are kicking ass. And Spiral King, what's his name? Hold on, tell me. His name is Jerome.
Crank.
Genome. God damn it.
Yeah. Like genome.
Jerome. I didn't call him Jerome. He's Jerome.
Lord Jerome.
He's Lord Jerome. He's all like,
he's like, jive.
they're like, holy shit, the government are actually doing damage. He's like, of course. They were designed to fight the anti-spiral. Like, that's the best weapon against them. It's like, and it was like, and then and Ruscio's literally going like, oh, like shit. Like you can tell he's like realizing like, I've been a fool, man. Like, I've been all about kind of like the like that concept of like, I've been all about like the Rocky, you know, the Balboa of Rocky 4. It's like, I've been all about the top edge training that I never thought about, you know, going back to basics kind of concept, right? You know, like, I've been so focused on developing new tech when I didn't realize that what I have is the best tech right now, or is the best for this situation kind of concept.
Well, but he didn't even know. He wasn't even aware, you know, at the time that the purpose of the gunmen originally was to fight the anti-spiral.
No, of course he didn't. But again, his actions said, this old shit, scrap it. Like, again, you couldn't keep it in the museum. You couldn't keep it just in case, you know, it's kind of one of those things, you know, like, you know, like if you trust your entire house to be fucking managed by Wi-Fi, what happens when your Wi-Fi dies? You're locked out of your entire goddamn house.
Connect with Ethernet.
your thermostat?
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Okay.
They can make thermostats with hard connections.
I'm gonna quiet now.
Yeah. Makes sense. No, he's gone. He's gone for real.
Oh, okay. Bye. Yeah, what did you think, Jessi and Noise, of overall? What did you like? What did you not like?
You know what I didn't like? Big forehead kid.
There's two things she doesn't like.
Yeah, two
forehead
things.
And fucking
Domino not coming back.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, and
Where's
the pigmo not growing.
No, I think he's okay, cute and small.
Yeah, I'll take him small. I didn't want him to grow either. Yeah, I knew he wouldn't, so I didn't want him.
But that's you know that was my guess for the last 2 times, right?
Okay.
No.
Yeah.
Is that what I
Yeah,
said?
2 times. Yeah.
Both
Yeah,
times?
you thought he was going to grow a little bit for the second part. Yeah.
So I've been wrong twice. But no, I didn't want him to grow. I wanted him to stay little. I didn't know that 7 years were gonna go by.
Yeah, you said months.
Yeah, freaking, that's a long time.
Did anyone call it time skip? Noise? Did you?
I think we just talked about months, but nothing as significant as this.
Yeah.
I like Yoko's little, where she's been and
little story, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, right, where it's like 1 year ago.
Yeah. But where was she before then, though?
Well, that's when they were building up Kamina City.
Yeah. She was still there for the whole Kamina City?
Remember?
Yeah.
Yeah,
well, I know she left. I just don't recall when she left.
We saw it. Yeah. I just don't remember.
So she stuck around for 6 years.
Okay.
And then she left, yeah.
I thought she kind of like left pretty early, but okay.
No, she stuck around for a while, yeah.
So yeah, I dislike Forehead Kid. I can't believe the Spiral King is back. Kind of.
Believe it.
Where's Kamina?
Dead. You admitted it.
I've been trying to think for the last 5 minutes. I'm like, I was gonna say something. I just don't remember what it was. I was really excited. I thought I was gonna get my Power Rangers Morphin episode.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, Power Rangers finally? And I mean,
not just a robot inside of a bigger robot.
Yeah.
Yes, I love that. That was cool.
What did you think though when Gurren? Because originally Gurren Lagann was in that thing, right? And then Gimme and Dari took over, and they each had like one arm in there. Did you notice that? What did you think of that? I thought that was pretty cool.
It was, but it made no sense to me because I'm like, how if it's just a big Gurren, and now he's out of it, so wouldn't it go back to what it previously was? Isn't he the only one who has been able to
combine?
Well, it's a spiral power, because remember, even before Gurren Lagann got there, they were using spiral power.
Yeah, they made
and Lord Genome was saying that it's a spiral power that causes it to transform into its humanoid form, its strongest form.
The spiral form, I do recall that, but it was going low or down because the people were scared and they weren't believing. But as soon as the whole Simon came in and everything, it started getting its power and stuff.
Yeah.
But it's always been Simon who, makes the new Transformer come up.
Yeah, and then he transformed it into humanoid mode, and then he had to go take care of the moon, so he had Gimme and Dari take over while he was gone.
I feel like it should have disassembled or something.
But they still have spiral power.
But they don't have his spiral.
I do agree with what Jessica's trying to say. Lord Jerome said that Simone's gunman, whatever the fuck that one is. Remember, because they had a mirrored one.
Gurren, yeah.
Gurren, yeah. He said that is like the ultimate weapon. It's able to combine with any other Lagann out there, with any other mecha out there. And it was like, I kind of understand what Jessica's trying to argue here. Is like, shouldn't it have uncombined? Because combining it, felt like that's what caused it to transform. Yeah. But
Jim Carrey took the mask off, so they should have left Jim Carrey behind.
Left him behind?
What?
Yeah. When Jim Carrey is the mask. So he's the mask at that point, but when he takes the mask off, he turns back into Jim Carrey.
Yeah. Exactly. Remember when his tie gets shot off? It becomes his pajamas.
Right.
It becomes his pajamas.
Thank you.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yes.
None of that was making sense to me. I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about.
Chris, have you seen The Mask?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I also understand
that was a better analogy, I think, because it came off of him, so it's just like now it's the pajamas.
Yes.
I feel like Chris is definitely trying to be a George Lucas right now. But the midichlorians, guys, he's like, it's the spiral power. He's like, but this didn't make spiral power. So what about spiral power?
But see, that's why it took both Gimme and Dari to take over, because they didn't have enough spiral power individually to keep it in humanoid form. Because remember, all you had to do was
who has the spiral power? Just Simone?
Everyone does. Everyone does.
So two kids don't have enough as much as Simone.
Right.
But the thing is, those things aren't made out of spiral power. Right?
I think they are.
I mean, Anakin was born out of spiral power. Wait, what are we talking about?
His spiral power is off the charts.
Yeah, right.
Even more than Master Yoda.
Because if they were made out of spiral power, wouldn't they have made more damage against the Moonsikas?
Mugans.
The Mugans?
The Mugans.
Well, they weren't fighting the Mugans at that point. They were holding the moon back.
No, I know. But never mind. I don't know.
No, I know what you're talking about, Jessica.
So you mean when Gimme and Dari were fighting the Mugen and they weren't able to beat them?
Yeah.
Because the grapples don't harness the spiral power.
Yeah, grapples don't. You're right. Grapples don't. Only the
gunmen do.
Logans. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
that's right.
They weren't using gunmen. They were still using their whatevers.
Grapples, right? Yeah.
So where's the spiral power, Chris?
It's coming from them.
Not the machines.
The grapples are not using the spiral power to transfer it to.
Yeah, the grapples are using like coal or some shit. The grapples are definitely burning. Yeah, they're steampunk. So, that's why they're ineffective. No, Jessica, I know what you're arguing, and I'm also I do think they should have untransformed or something maybe, but I did notice that, Chris, by the way, which I thought it was super cool that it's like we didn't like magically teleport to like a new control room. Like, no, we're still inside of our giant robot piloting another giant fucking robot. I thought that was pretty fun. I was like, that's awesome. I love it. Keep it up. I was like,
that's the best part of Power Rangers is like, wait, how are they all in the same cockpit now?
They just all come over to the same cockpit. Yeah, I know.
They were in separate
I'm
cockpits.
left foot. Now I'm inside the cockpit.
Yeah, that was always funny.
All facing different ways.
Yeah.
Sorry, just one more thing. I like the B-roll where he's like, "Are you giving me an order?"
Oh yeah.
He's like, "No, it's just a suggestion."
Oh, yeah. Well,
like,
in that case, then yes. If it was an order, he would have been like, "Go fuck yourself."
Yeah. And what's funny is Simone like knew exactly how to get him to comply, right? He was like, because someone would have said, if we don't do that, then we're all gonna die. So he's like, he would like, fuck you, let's die then. Actually, Vero would be like, I'm immortal, bitch. You'd kick his feet back and be like, fuck you, I'm gonna survive.
Yeah, I'm gonna live.
Is he immortal, Chris? Is he actually immortal?
Yeah,
like to damage, not just age. Like
I don't know. I'm not sure what his immortality entails. Like if he can't,
he's not invincible. He's just immortal.
He will just live forever.
So I would think that he could die.
Take damage.
Yeah.
Okay. So that. So exactly. Simone was just like he said, like, no, not an order. I'm just suggesting.
But even if it's a Zoolander situation, you have to cut off his head. Like, what happens to Zoolander at the bottom of the ocean? He drowns. He's gonna come back, but he's just gonna drown again.
Zoolander?
Not Zoolander. Sorry,
Derek.
Highlander.
I was like, where is this going?
Yeah. Blue Steel.
I haven't seen Zoolander in like 20 years, and I don't remember enough about it.
What is this, a tiny city for ants?
But I'm just sitting here thinking, well, what's his face?
Owen Wilson?
The actor? No. Ben Stiller. Ben Stiller. I'm like imagining him with the Zoolander hair and everything, like with his head chopped off. I'm like, what the fuck does this have to do with Zoolander? I don't remember that ever happening in this movie. Fucking Chris.
Even if you chopped my head off, I would still be ridiculously good looking.
Oh man!
And always remember, no matter how still you've been, he's still Ben Stiller.
Ben Stiller. Highlander just coming back to life. Huh?
I've never heard that before.
There was
still you've been. I saw
that on Reddit one time. Yeah.
That's awesome.
But for that, they just showed a picture of him. But yeah,
right.
But so okay, well, we're pretty much caught up here. I'm trying to figure out who the next influence is going to be. I do know exactly what happens at the very, very end of this, so you can't ask me that, Chris.
Simone dies.
But I'm trying to think who the influence is.
I'll take that silence as a yes.
No.
I'm not going to say anything anymore. I don't know what to do. Anyway, okay, so Noyes thinks he's going to die, playing us like a damn fiddle.
Yeah, why not?
Jessi, what do you think is going to happen?
All I know is that my heart is breaking now because
finally, damn, it's been like 10 episodes.
If he dies, then Kamen is really dead.
In like 5 weeks.
Oh, then like he's gone. Like his memories are gone and everything. Like that's pretty sad.
Like Coco.
Yeah, I literally was gonna say Coco.
But everybody else will remember them, though they have to say.
I forget how that rule works.
Remember them.
Chris, you didn't ask me what I thought would have happened if Kamina hadn't died.
Okay, what do you think would happen?
I think shit would have gone sideways.
I like how German asked himself the question through you.
No, because
German, what do you think would happen? Well, I think this.
because I love Kamina too. I know he died. Obviously, I know how this ends. So he doesn't come back. Jessi, sorry to break it to you again. Or am I fucking pulling a pause here? Is he alive somehow?
Nia, you mean?
Yeah, and then Nia in this case, yeah. Because that opening intro about that space war didn't look like Simone. It looked like someone else to me. But anyways,
Viral.
Freaking yeah.
So another time jump, and it's Simone Jr.
Simone Jr.
Yoko was pregnant the whole time.
Simone's kid? That doesn't make any sense.
No.
With Kamina? There's been 7 years. She had
pregnant for 7 years.
She had his DNA. She's like, fuck it, let's have his baby. No, I personally think Kamina is incapable of
procreating.
No, of growing up,
Dying.
of maturing,
of semen.
He had the vasectomy, yeah. And
the forced vasectomy.
Yeah, he was the first one. He's like, fuck yeah. He's like, I'll do it. no responsibilities.
No, you do realize you're saying Kamina, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I think Kamina is incapable of maturing because it seems like he's been like that his entire fucking life. I think let's pretend he didn't die and everything else played up the way it did for the most part up until prior to the 7-year jump. I think he wouldn't listen to reason in terms of like trying to keep population under. He would be like, nah, fuck that. We won. Like, let's have as many kids as we want. Lord Jerome is a bitch. Like, I'm gonna have 10 kids myself. Like he wouldn't give a fuck. I think he would have died here. As Simone plunged and fought that thing, not knowing much about it. He still, I think, is calm enough and mature enough because literally later on, he realizes when they're fighting that second Mugen, he says, don't let the things hit the city, destroy them while they're in the air. And even I was like, yep, that's what I would do, right? I don't know if Kamina would have come up with that. I think like Kamina would have possibly made things worse. He wouldn't have surrendered himself like fucking Simone did. He would have been like, fuck no, like fuck you guys. I think Kamina would have died in this section here. Like I don't see him living here. I see him dying here.
I mean, I don't know. Kamina, as far as like giving himself up, I think he might have just because of the way he acted in the first episode where he stood up for Simone,
Yeah, he said, nope, it was my idea. You're right.
That's the only spot I would disagree with. But yeah,
I guess you're right.
He would definitely be worse, I guess, than
absolutely worse. Absolutely worse. Yeah. So I don't know. I think
it's a situation. Kamina served his purpose. He got him to where he needed to. And either he would have stepped down as leader.
Ooh, that's a nice way to think about it.
He like you say, he would have died or something. Yeah,
I would like to think that he would have stepped down. He would have said like, "Hey, man, like I did what I was trying to do, which was get to the surface, reunite with my dad."
Kamina would not be all about that bureaucracy and
hell
stuff.
No.
He'd like, nope. I'm just gonna go travel the world. I'm gonna go wander, whatever. Yeah,
like I said, I got to the surface.
Him and Yoko would have left together
with my father. Maybe, absolutely, yeah. He got with his father
back like 1,000 times by that point.
I know. What did that mean, by the way? I mean, I have my suspicions, but I'm gonna pay back that kiss 1,000,000 times over or some shit like that. Not 1,000,000 kisses.
Yeah,
1,000,000 times. Yeah, whatever it was.
Hey, look, a hotel room. Hey, look, a giant boulder. Hey, look, the ground.
But yeah, I could see him also. So you're right, saying like, "Hey, we defeated fucking Lord Jerome. I'm done." Like you said, like he would have been like, "I'm gonna fucking go chill. I'm gonna go fucking travel the world and see what else is out there." Yeah, I that's the alternate reality I want to live in, where he lives and he's out in the world just exploring and not dead.
He's in the moon.
Yeah, he controls. Oh, he pilots the moon. Oh, as soon as that shit morphed into, he's like, I want to drive that shit.
Yeah, someone's gonna pilot that moon.
Well, I mean, something common of being on Earth, looking at that moon transforming and shit, because he's out in the wilderness somewhere. He doesn't even know what's really going on. He just sees there's a bunch of battles going on in the sky. Like, what the fuck's going on? And all of a sudden, the moon transforms. He's like, I want to drive that thing. He's like, so pick me up.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So, Chris, lead on. What's next?
So this is our last part. It's 5 episodes. Episodes 23 through 27. And if you want, there was a YouTube video I'd watched. I think it's a little over an hour long. So you don't have to watch if you don't want to, whatever. Called Gurren, Lagann, and Getting It. It's basically this guy who loves anime and has been watching it for many years. Does like a what?
Huh?
You're laughing. What?
So I was gonna say it's the channel called Gurren Lagann Watch the Best. It's some guy. I don't know. He just talks. He says how it's his favorite, and I mean, he's probably handsome. He probably looks like Gimli. I don't know, but all I know is he makes sense to me.
Handsome.
Then it's like it's your fucking channel, Chris. I was just laughing because I was like, it's your channel the whole time. Like it's just your waddle.
If you look at the web address, it says @dammit_Chris.
Yeah.
Go to youtube.com/dammit_Chris. Follow, like, subscribe, smash that follow button, hit that bell. No, it's I don't remember the guy's name, but he does like essay videos about different anime and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And the one he did about this, I will say, brought me to tears.
Oh yeah,
yeah, because he talks about the meaning about it and everything. And one of the things he touches on in the video really got to me personally. And I don't know if it'll affect you guys the same way, so you don't have to watch it if you don't want to.
I mean, I'll watch it.
Feel free to if you want to.
Does he show you on the Gurren Lagann where he touched you?
Yes, that's what touched me, and it tickled. So I cried.
What is it called again?
It's called Gurren Lagann and Getting It.
Okay.
Why don't you just link it?
That's what I was going to say.
I will. Yeah,
I'll do it eventually.
I will. Yeah. But I thought it was really well done, and it explains a lot of like what it's meant to cover, what all the characters are meant to represent, and all that kind of stuff. So I enjoyed watching it, and that's actually what inspired me to do this anime and split it up like I did, because he was the one that actually split it up into 4 sections.
Oh, really?
Based on the influences. So yeah, watch it after you finish. Obviously,
sure.
That's going to be my next question. Before or after?
It will contain spoilers. But it's really good. I think it's about an hour long. I really enjoyed it. So if you want to watch it, you can. If not,
okay,
that's fine too.
So finish it. Watch that if we want. Optional. I will.
Yep.
What other questions do you want to ask us?
What do you think is going to happen next?
I already said it. Simone's gonna die, and someone's gonna pilot the moon.
Oh, noise! Simone's gonna die, and then his baby's gonna take over. They're gonna clone him. That's the person we saw in the intro.
Jessica, you just went through like 3 stages of climaxing there.
We're gonna see Kamina
get resurrected.
Punch through the ground.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Like a Pet Cemetery type of thing.
Here's I just want to throw this out there. What if the thing we saw in the beginning, that little prequel thing, was an alternate timeline?
Yeah, see, Chris is trying to do what I did to him throughout the Coded Calls podcast. Don't let him do it to you, bitch. It's not working on me.
What if it was though?
Who the hell does he think I am?
But Jessi, what if it's an alternate timeline? What if it's a timeline where Kamina lives and Simone dies?
A better world.
Wow.
Oh yeah, that's pretty.
Wow.
I like Kamina better than Simone, but I mean, damn.
He would not have. I think we all know
who Jessi's bae is.
He would not have left Big Forehead Kid take charge like that.
Now he would have fucking decked him for sure.
I disagree. I think he would have let him.
Nope. It's him and the brown brother. Black brother.
The Jive brother? At least you didn't say yellow.
Transracial now.
Somehow I feel like yellow would have been worse. Because at least we're brown, so.
He has yellow hair, so he could be the yellow brother. Oh, Jessi, I bet you're so red right now.
Yeah, dude.
The black, bro. The brown, bro. The China's turkey.
Ow!
Jessica broke for the first time. Isn't it right?
Yeah. I think so, yeah. No, it's not. Uh-oh.
Broke? I think it's the first time she's broken, dude.
Anyways, this is the last time you'll hear from me, you guys. Goodbye. Oh my goodness. Oh, I'm sorry.
No, you don't. You're fine.
Can we cut that part out, please?
Nope, absolutely not. In fact, that's all we're keeping.
But you were saying
that's all that's going to be in the episode.
What is his name?
Oh yeah, you're saying that
Keaton.
The K brothers, just 10 times. We won't remember next time. Just call them the K brothers.
No,
three
because
K brothers.
3K sisters.
I was about to say the 3K sisters.
He's the brother. He's the brother.
I know, but you're going down a slippery slope there.
Actually, okay. I know where you're going with this, and I thought about this a long time ago
too. How did that happen?
I thought about it when they introduced themselves. When they introduced the Black Brother and the KKK sisters. Holy shit! Don't say that. Oh damn!
Do their names really all start with
yes,
K?
Yes, that's how they introduce themselves. I'm Keaton. I'm Kira. I'm what? And I was like the K siblings, the black siblings, is what I originally called them.
Oh, man.
But then I was like, realized how K the black. I was like, I don't like about this.
They had to have known, dude. There's no way that was a fucking accident.
Yeah, right.
Oh my goodness.
But anyways, yeah, you were saying that the K brother would have decked them or something like that, right? That's what you're trying to get at. Yeah, I don't.
I think so. Like, yeah, like him and man, I can't remember his name now. I'm like drawing a blank. Kamina.
Wow. Yeah. What's funny is
knocked it right out of your head.
I think I do think that they're Kamina. I love Kamina, but his overall like I love his design, but his character,
his demeanor,
traits are so repeated in the show. Like I said, the K brother, it acts like him. Fucking Viral kind of acts like him. Fucking that one guy that died because he was stupid to act like, like he even wore a cape like Kamina, right? That Japanese ora kind of character is like it's everywhere in this goddamn show, Who else acted like? Didn't fucking Kuropeko dude act like him too? Or one of those guys or something like that. But the point is like that character trait is all over this anime. But Kamina is Kamina. He is special. I will not say he's like what do you call it? Washed out or what's the word I'm looking for here? Common. He's a common. No, he is.
He's not common. He's Kamina.
Yeah, he's not a Kamina. He's the Kamina. But okay, Chris,
I still think he would have left him in charge because I'm not in charge, but because he's not a bureaucrat.
No, he's not.
He would have been like, somebody else handle this shit, please.
For sure, handle it. But like, I think what we're trying to say is, if he would have got wind that he was trying to for sure, if Kamina would have been like, hey, okay. I'm resurrecting you. I'm like, what the fuck? Bam, like, fuck the hell you are, dude. Like. Yeah. If he would have found out about any of the shit he's doing, he would have been like, "You're a piece of shit." If he would have been like, "We're scrapping all the gunmen," he'd be like, "The fuck is wrong with you, bro?" Like,
yeah, no, we're not.
Yeah, but the only reason Yoko knew about any of this stuff was because of what was being broadcast to the entire world. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. She's like, "What the hell are you guys doing?"
Kamina never would have known about any of that. Yeah. Until it was already too late, and by that point, he's like, "Oh, okay, whatever."
No, yeah, exactly. Because we're talking about two different potential hypotheticals. One, Kamen is out in the world just exploring it. He would have not been able to get there quick enough or whatever. The other one is if he was chilling in the city, and all of a sudden shit's going down, like all of a sudden the Mia is saying the world's gonna end, the moon's coming down. He would have not sat back. He would have definitely gone up to Rusio and like, hey, what the fuck's going on, bro? Like, don't worry, we'll handle this, motherfucker. Like, who do you think I am, bitch? Yeah. Anyways, since you won't ask me, Chris, I'll ask myself. What do I think is going to happen?
You told me not to ask you that.
No. I didn't tell you not to ask.
You did. You're like, I already know what's going to happen, so don't ask me.
No. Did I?
Yes.
I said, for sure, I know what's going to happen. I never said, don't ask me.
Maybe that's what I just said.
Okay. I know what happens at the end.
So you said not to ask.
How about this? Who do I think the influence is going to be for this next section? I don't know.
That's a good question. Yeah.
I don't know. I guess. You know what? I'm going to go on a limb here. I'm going to have to say it's Viral. If he's kind of part of the crew now, I still don't know what's going to happen to him.
Okay.
I'm going to say Viral's Beastmen is going to come through this time and be like, yo, man, like the whole Jerome, right? Like, dude, sometimes you got to kill people. Like, that's just the way life is, Kill or be killed kind of concept is going to come out. And
some people just need killing.
Yeah, I think that's what's going to happen. Viral's going to be like, because now they're kind of piling Gurren Lagann together. So it's going to be like, Simone will be like, no, we'll let him live, and Viral's gonna be like, no, that's not how this should go. It's like he needs to die, kind of. That's what I think the influence will be. It's gonna be Viral.
All right. Jessi and Noise, what do you guys think? Who do you think the next influence will be?
No, never mind. Never mind. I pass.
There's no pass.
Oh,
were you gonna say the Black Brother?
Or the KKK.
No, I don't like that sister, so no.
Which one?
That bitch pissed me off, dude. What the one that's with Ruscio?
The one with the big
Keo?
Yeah, she was a bitch.
Yeah, that she went along to like keep an eye
so.
on Simone.
I don't think so. She loves him.
I know, right?
Of course she's gonna stick up for him. Like
no,
why wouldn't she?
I know. Well, again, it got scary, the whole blindly following him concept. But then, like, yeah, we forgot to mention that when she was helping pilot Gurren Lagann earlier, before Viral got in there, she was like strapped with bombs. Because Simone goes, it's like, no, because then you'll just fly away. And then Simone's like, all right, then fucking rig it with bombs, dude. Like, I just need to get out there and help. I'm just trying to help, motherfucker. That's who I am, he said. And then they put her in there, Kyo, and she's rigged with bombs. She's like, if you try to escape or whatever, I'll blow it up or something.
Well, she says, like, how dare you? She'll shoot you, or I'll shoot you, Simone. Like, don't try anything.
Pretty much, yeah. And then he's like, how dare you use her? And she's like, no, I used it. I'm the one that came up with this idea.
Used me.
yeah, I used me, yeah. Because the K brother was all like, what the fuck, using my little sister like that? And she's like, she slaps him, right? She's like, it was my idea. Yeah. So, God damn, this bitch is loyal to him. And it's kind of a scary loyal. I don't know. Anyways, yeah.
Well, because she likes him. I would hope that whoever you like, you're going to be loyal to, right?
They're loyal enough to fucking die and be like, oh, I like you enough. I'm going to fucking, I don't want you to get a speeding ticket. Let me go fucking reach for the cop's gun so you don't get your
She wasn't
ticket.
planning on dying, though. She was just that chip to make sure he comes back.
Dying.
She knew it was a possibility. I don't think she wanted to.
No, like, of course she didn't want
to. Noise already said, if there's ever a zombie apocalypse or something, I'm not safe. I'm gone. He's not doing his darnest to save me. I'm a goner.
No, when did we talk about this? We talked about this somewhere else, but yes, of course I'm going to protect you. But what I said was I don't trust your family to fucking, to like, not what's the word, to think rationally and all this shit. Like I was just like, no, there's no way I'm gonna be watching over that many people. Like I'll be watching over you and my son, and that's it.
Yeah.
Like not even my folks, because it's just like look, as much as I would try to like save my folks too, like what are they gonna fucking listen to me, man? Like probably not. They're probably just gonna be like, hey, the world's ending. Fuck it, I'm retired already. Who cares? That's probably gonna be my parents' attitude if that were to happen.
I remember this combo set there.
Yeah, where did we talk about this? It wasn't this podcast, that's for damn sure.
No, but there was a talk before that. You said something about like pretty much throwing me out there to the wolves and that you were going to run for it.
What?
Yeah.
When the hell was this?
That was one of the many talks you've had with me.
I don't remember this at all. Doesn't sound like me.
Anyways, yeah.
I think Buta is the next influence.
Okay.
He's gonna jump into Yoko's breast, and someone's gonna be like, "Yes, you're right. Milk. That's the answer. That's the anti-spider's weakness. Good old Miak.
That's what Gurren Lagann needs. Breasts,
nipples,
boobs,
boobs. No, that's our sign off.
Oh yeah.
Who would be the influence?
Maybe you're right. Maybe
that's what I kept saying every single time, and now I'm not going to say Viral.
I didn't think he was going to join,
even though now it's the most obvious choice. Well, it's probably going to be Viral, but I'll say Yoko.
Okay. Oh no, never mind.
No, first one was Kamina.
Yeah, never mind.
I was going to say it could be Yoko. Noise, it could be Yoko.
Yeah, I mean,
she's matured a lot, honestly.
Yeah.
Teacher?
Yeah, she's a teacher. She's kind of covers up a little bit more.
She wears a jacket now?
Yeah, I know.
Covers her back.
Open jacket, yeah.
Yeah. Most of her back anyway.
Yeah, I'll say that, even though like my heart says Viral, especially kind of like after what's been going on.
If you still think Viral, you can go with Viral. It's
kind of going along. Uh-huh. So I got a question. Was the fucking moon counting beastmen as well?
No.
No, because they were created. They were created.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I did think about that. Well, yeah, because they're counting Spiral. So, and he was a Spiral warrior, but he has a Spiral too, doesn't he?
Who?
As far as we know, Lord Jerome. He's at the Spiral. Oh,
yeah,
by the way,
he's a Spiral King. Yeah.
The Spiral is the DNA, right? Is that what it was talking
helical
about? Right?
DNA. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's what the Spiral power leads to is DNA and evolution, everything.
Evolution. Yeah.
Yeah. He was only referring to
apes.
Yeah.
What? Oh fuck! I was gonna say something else about the Spiral King DNA. Oh, I gotta know. They revealed something that to me it came out real quick and it was kind of stupid and pointless. They're like, Simone is like 7 years has passed and lots has changed. Like we found out who Bugaboo is. It turns out he was Mia's creator.
That's why
you always. I'm like that. I'm like, dude, I thought he was just a dude from the Spa episode.
He was her caretaker.
Yeah, like it's just a fucking. I'm like, dude, did I really need to know who the fuck he was? Like that made no sense. Like fuck off. But I was gonna say this now, Chris. You can refrain from answering. I'm kind of confused as into like. Remember, I asked if Mia was created or if she was human. You guys said she was human because that village of all the women that they would train to be his princesses or whatever. But now we're saying that like, oh, it turns out that she is an anti-spiral vessel or something like that.
Yeah.
And it was, she says, what someone said, I think it was probably Mia herself. She says, what a coincidence. No, I think it was Jerome when his head woke up. He says, what a damn coincidence that one of my daughters, one of my princes ended up being the vessel for the anti-spiral. I was like, all right, that is a coincidence. Like it could have been anybody, and it happens to be the person on Team Gurren, right? I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that was a coincidence. I think that was I mean, who better to spy on than the Spiral King?
But she was born again. You guys think she wasn't created though, so she was born, and so she was born an anti-spiral. I don't know. It gets a little too convenient.
I don't remember if they go into detail about it in the end. I think what it was she was chosen by the anti-spirals.
Okay.
To be
their vessel or something like that.
Like spyglass, their plant basically.
Pretty much. Okay, I can see it. Okay, she was born out normal, and then they said, "Hey, that's a good host." For all we know, there's other hosts.
Abducted. And
they probed her anal.
What's that word? She was the
anal.
Yeah.
Citizen Kane kind of concept, right? Yeah. Okay, I can see that. I'm still calling bullshit on the fact that she's the only one who has flower pupils. Again, the only one that's fucking weird. So still calling bullshit on that.
Okay. Yeah. I don't know why. I genuinely don't know why. So I don't know.
Yeah, it might just be aesthetic at this point just to make her look different. So
it could be. Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah. Because everyone else is human except for the Beastman, obviously.
She also has that like weird colored hair too.
Yeah, I mean, anime
weird
look hair, Chris. Like,
yeah, but nobody else in this anime has that weird colored hair.
That weird colored
hair.
Other
people in other anime have weird eyeballs. I mean, look at Sasuke.
Sasuke's gay.
What's that have to do with anything? Itachi's gotta do.
All these I hate Naruto. I hate Naruto is what I'm trying to say.
Why is his name just not Sasuke?
No, so you got Yoko with her bright red hair. You got Leroy with this greenish fucking.
Leroy.
What's his name? Leroy. Leron.
Every time.
The hair is not a reason to say like, oh, well, she's got that weird hair. Everyone's got weird hair in anime, bro. Everybody. But Leron does have that weird eyelids, right?
Well, he's clearly got eyeshadow on.
Oh, that's what it's supposed to be, eyeshadow? But yeah, I guess so. Yeah, because I'm looking at a picture of Kuropeko here, and he has blue eyeshadow as well. Yeah. Again, the hair, the eyes is just different. Because even Beastmen have like regular eyes. Again, it could just be aesthetic. It could 100% be aesthetic.
I think Viral has more like cat eyes. I think.
Yeah,
I think so. Yeah, you're right. A little bit more catty. More ocelot.
Yeah.
a little
Hero's the original ocelot.
Maybe, man.
Right.
What is he actually supposed to be? He is some kind of, because like all the other Beastmen were like bird or ape or except for those weird fuzzy balls. What is Viral supposed to be?
I don't know.
What the fuck? What are the fuzzy balls? Because everything else is like a bunny or a turtle or something, and then the
dust
fucking
bunnies.
They're dust bunnies. Those pink balls were like, yeah, really. What the fuck were those guys? Anyways, okay. That's all that.
Yeah.
Finished the anime. Gotcha. Covered.
All right. Cool. Well then, yeah. If there's no other thoughts,
no thoughts in my head at all.
I still don't get why we had to stop where we stopped, Chris. I wanted to continue watching.
It's not a bad place to spot.
Blame it on his YouTube channel.
His YouTube influence. Blame it on his YouTube influence. Yeah.
Chris's secret YouTube channel.
Comment, like, subscribe.
What was I gonna say? No, freaking because Jessica, they defeated the moon or whatever you want to say there, and then they're like, Mia's like, oh, come find me. It's a good place to stop. It wasn't like you stopped.
It is a huge finger.
Yeah, but I mean, yeah. So, all right, cool. Let's continue then, Chris.
Yeah. All right. So episodes 23 through 27, and then that YouTube video if you'd like, which I will post in the PB&A area in our Discord. If you're listening and you'd like to watch this video as well,
I'll put it in the description.
Yeah, that'll work too. Yeah, perfect. Okay, I was gonna tell them to join the Discord, but that works too.
No, don't join the fucking Discord.
No, don't do that.
Yeah, come on the Discord if you want to see the link there, or it's in the description below for you guys.
Yeah.
Alrighty, well, this has been PB&A, an anime podcast. If you'd like to get a hold of us, you can do so at fans.pixelbenders@gmail.com. You can also leave a text or voicemail at 209-791-0995. And then, like we mentioned before, come join the Discord. We're just hanging out, posting from our other podcasts. Our community's growing steadily and stuff, mostly because of our Metal Gear podcast. But we'd also like to hear from our anime viewer fans.
Yeah, so, those otakus out there.
Yes, that's right. Otakus means you like Japanese animes.
Or Japanimation.
Japanimation, that's right.
I heard tacos. I'm like, tacos where?
Tacos? Oh, otaku. I was like, what? Where did you get that word from? Yeah, otaku just means...
Did you say nerd?
Yep.
But also, if you'd like to support this pod and other pods, you can do so through Patreon. You get live access to pod recordings, early access to episodes. You get a chance to be one of our guests, and you get bonus content like film commentaries, movie reviews, and retro game reviews as well. Patreon.com/pixelbenders. Also check out our other podcast, Kodak Calls. It's coming to an end, but if you're ever interested in Metal Gear, we have a whole 2 years worth of stuff, which is kind of nuts. That we
2 years.
Yeah, Yep.
What?
Yeah, babe, you let us do it for 2 years.
Wow.
So
you no more.
Yeah, you have my wife to thank for this, by the way, because without her, none of this would have happened. The fact that she's letting me do this is
wow,
kind of crazy.
Wow,
that's crazy.
But this anime one's gonna go on for as long as One Piece will.
No, it's ending. Someone said it's ending.
Yeah, One Piece has been going on for over 25 years.
Can you imagine doing an anime podcast for 25 years? Jesus Christ.
I'm sure there's some podcasts out there.
Right?
Somebody's like, I don't even plan on living that long. I'm going to go out like Hamina.
Yeah. But also leave us a review. If you leave some words there for us, I'll read it out loud in the next episode. And please share us on your socials. We would greatly appreciate it. Guys, we didn't even introduce ourselves.
No,
I am Noise.
I'm Jessi.
I'm Damn It, Chris.
You guys, I'm Riser.
And we'll see you guys next time. And don't forget to look at some anime
boobs.
Boobs.
Don't forget.
Oops.
Yeah, so you could say penises if you want.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Hey,
no.
they show peni in animes.
Yeah.
Like
boobs.
Like Photon.
There you go.
Penises in Photon.
Bye.